Hey, now we're unmuted on the live stream. God damn it. But we're recording here, and that's what the fuck matters.
It's true.
So we've got a special episode. Well, not even a special episode. It's another episode. But it's episode 80, which,
it is. Yes,
special
episode 80.
And
phone line's running now.
Yeah, we got some guests tonight. The two ladies from the Stix and Stones podcast. We'll have them on momentarily. But yeah, real quick. So we are drinking, per their request.
Oh, fucking hate vodka. I fucking hate Tito's
goddamn
vodka.
The worst.
So my wife has to drink this because it's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's fucking garbage in a bottle. Like,
you know
I
what?
lose respect
Dare I
instantly
say,
for anyone that drinks Tito's.
bitch vodka.
All right, so
Oh,
b3podcast.com. It's got a bunch of shit. We're trying to get the store straightened out.
Yeah,
some
it's fucked up. So if you're wanting to order something from the store and you haven't been able to, shoot us an email so we can see if there's a way we can work around to get you something.
Yep. And yeah,
go ahead.
And I was gonna say, tell us what you really think. I want more people to tell us how badly they hate us, or just dislike us, despise us, what the fuck.
Sure.
Ever. So anyway, so I'm gonna get Stix and Stones up here. We'll say hello.
Yeah. So
you got anything else you want to?
No, I was just gonna say, like, they're a podcast very similar to ours. They sit around and drink and shoot the shit and talk about each other and whatever else they feel like. You want some lime?
No, not yet. I'll go straight then lime.
Well,
and
it's the only thing straight about
and sorry about starting. Yes, it is. Sorry about starting late tonight. We were trying to set up a new setup here. We finally got some kinks worked out, but yeah, it's been a little bit of a clusterfuck. So now Joey's all frazzled and pissed off.
I'm okay. I'm gonna settle in a minute. We'll get drinking.
Okay.
So we have
a
couple of ladies that said, "Who says women can't be podcasters?" And so,
that's right.
No, hold on a minute. Just one thing, because there's one thing that I know that I have in common with at least one of them. And let me say this: hello, my queens above 18.
Hello, my kings above 18.
Yeah, so the first episode, the first episode of yours that I listened to, you guys talked about the king on your mom's house that they've been showing these little videos. There's this rather large
people that watch podcasts understand that reference.
Yeah, well, there's this rather large truck driver that gives these POV type videos, like you've woken up under him and he's waking you up, and he calls everyone his queens above 18.
Oh.
He specifies 18 because he probably got into some trouble at one time.
Anytime you have to specify over 18.
So anyway,
telling thing.
So as soon as I heard the episode, I thought, yeah, I'll probably get along with these two.
Yeah,
so,
right. Well, hey, cheers to you guys.
Cheers.
I hear that
you're running shots. God damn.
Oh my God. We're too old for shots.
We're sipping them, don't worry.
Well,
she's not sipping them. Jesus.
Oh my God.
God, that's awful.
It's drive.
And she has to drive. And it's not vodka, okay? This is like, look, it's hard. Come on, this is hardcore. It hurts to swallow.
A vodka drinker.
I don't know that anything that says gluten free on the bottle is hardcore.
No, it's impossible.
So
it's
it's because it's a Texas vodka.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that has absolutely nothing to do
Texas
with
makes the worst alcohol. Period. They have the worst fucking whiskeys. The worst whiskeys.
Sense to that.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are you
native? Thank you.
You're what?
Texas native.
Well, yeah, that has nothing to do with
I'm a United States native, so what the fuck of it?
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with making shitty fucking alcohol.
No, there is a Texas vodka that's better than Tito's.
That doesn't mean it's good.
No, I didn't say it's good. I'm just saying it's better than Tito's.
No, I think Texas does like bourbon and whiskey really well, don't
and
they?
not like Tennessee does.
No, it's awful.
Oh, you guys are in Tennessee. They're in Knoxville.
Yeah, Tennessee.
You got me on that one. Yep.
Yeah, I was saying, because I was in Dallas over the summer working, and I tried multiple Texas whiskeys, and they were all just fucking trash in a bottle.
Well,
so,
I mean, what they used to say, if it weren't for Tennessee, there would have never been any Texans, because they all migrated to Tennessee to help them at the Alamo.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's true. Okay, let's start. Which one of you is Steven? Steven, are you in gray? Yeah, okay.
We're both in gray. Actually. Yeah.
Oh, well, light gray. Steven has been helping me. I'm Alyssa. This is Kristen. Has been helping me tremendously with some audio help. So I feel like we're really close already. We're like best. I mean, we're like really good friends.
Oh, they go throwing the F word around already. Jesus Christ.
he's been a huge help. No, seriously, thank you. It has been, a huge help. So thank you.
Well, we've said before, we both have done this prior to the whole podcasting thing, but you guys just need to get a Roadcaster. They're the fucking greatest things ever, and it takes all your problems away.
I know. I told her about that. She's like, okay, pump the fucking brakes.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Jesus.
But,
okay, so you guys are so she's a Texas native. I would guess by your accent, you are not from Texas at all originally.
I'm from St. Louis.
Okay.
Midwesterner.
Okay. So how long have you guys been doing the podcast, like total?
8 months. It's been 8 months.
We started in June.
Yeah, in June. Has that been 8
July?
months? June.
How long have you guys been friends?
So we met last March. So from March till end of March.
You met in March 2020?
Mm-hmm.
And you started doing a podcast in July. Jesus Christ, it took us 22 years to start doing a podcast again.
I know. Because I didn't trust you before then. With my heart.
No, I honestly thought you guys had been friends for like 10 years or something. So honestly,
seems like that.
I tell her, and it's kind of a joke, but it's also kind of true, that I had wanted to start a podcast for a really long time, years. I've been listening to podcasts for a really long time. And when I met her, it was almost like, okay, this is my girl, and I need to do anything and everything that I can to make sure that she hangs out with me and I can get her on board to do this. Because honestly, like, it's not every day that you meet somebody that you instantly just, get along with to the point that you would want to start something. This is a big deal. This isn't something, like, I know a lot of people maybe don't realize this, but there's a lot of time that goes into these things. So if you don't like the person you're doing it with, it's gonna be hell.
Let's say we put in like 2-3 hours a week,
and I hate you. So
no, depending on what you're doing, yes, you're right. It does. A lot of time goes into. I mean, between social media and things like that. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. With the social media, I mean, if you know nothing about audio like we do, you guys know about that. So that part of it was fairly easy for you. But for us, we learned from nothing.
Mistakes.
And lots of mistakes. Yeah. You can hear on the episodes, lots of mistakes. But so we met, and it was right at the start of the pandemic, and in March. And so I pretty much had to do everything in my power to get her to come hang out with me. And if you're a longtime listener of our podcast, you know that Kristen is scared of literally everything. So just getting her to come over and presenting this idea to her, she was on board. And so I just really had to be like a creepy new guy that she's dating, and like stalk her until she just kind of caved and came over and decided to be my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So
peer pressure friendship.
Yeah, I would say that I definitely am the peer pressure.
You are the peer pressurer, but I feel like we're both really dominant.
Yeah.
Like you can't push me around, and I don't push you around. She definitely just stayed her own ground, I guess.
And I think that's what I need. I think that's what we both need, is somebody who, we definitely have that same type about us. So it works. And we both have things that, we delegate and stay in our corner in. She's better with the social media stuff. I don't know. I guess I don't really have anything going for me, but it works.
My greatest skill is contributing as little as possible throughout the week. So I pride myself in that.
Oh, you did say that he mostly does the social media. That's right. Yep. Yeah.
Mostly.
Mostly.
You have a good one every once in a while that you'll throw up, and I'm like, God damn it, why didn't I think of that?
I know, right?
Well,
I am the funny one. So
you are. That's true. That's true. You are the funny one.
So you got somebody that keeps making comments named Ginny S. Ginny. Do you guys know her? She just said, ha. Also, old Trevor commented, what did he say? Y'all got haircuts and cute stuff when the ladies come on. And then Ginny, whoever that is, just said, yeah, but they didn't lose any weight.
Does she know? I don't know who this is.
I don't either.
I don't know who this is. I'll have you know, we both lost 30 pounds a year ago.
No, you lost 31 and I lost 30
and a half.
Yeah. God damn it.
Way to go. That's awesome.
Well, no, we both put it all back on.
It was not a
competition.
It was not exactly.
No, they don't. They're wearing glasses. How can you put them in the same? No,
I know, that's it.
Y'all do not look the same.
You
I
also
don't think so.
really, you have great radio voices, both of you.
For sure.
Are really good voices.
That's the first time anyone has ever said that about either of us.
Right. I just talk.
Steven sounds like he's got a bag of radio dicks in his mouth
all the time.
and I sound super redneck. So
yeah.
I appreciate it. I mean, thanks. Sure. That may be the nicest thing anyone's ever complimented us on here. Because God knows Troy doesn't.
No, Troy's an answer. Troy will probably call. I need to put our number up, by the way.
Yeah.
I wonder if
any Stix and Stones fans that are watching, or anyone that's not Stix Stones fans that's watching, if you want to ask them a question, give us a call.
Yep.
So,
and you can ask in the comments or on texting or calling the number that's currently scrolling across the bottom of your screen.
Yes. So,
yeah.
How did I know you met in March, but I didn't quite pick up on how you met. Like, what was the event or whatever that you guys met?
So that was more like a concert. Her husband was in a band, and I was friends with the singer, and I was going to see the singer. She was there for her husband. We just kind of met up, and it was,
it kind of started with, I kind of took her. I mean, I saw that she was there just to see the singer and she was there alone. So I definitely I always want to make that person, I was there alone too, I guess. So I just want to make that person feel comfortable and like they're not alone. And talking to her is when, like I said, I noticed that, okay, well, she's like normal enough for me to like talk to and actually hang around. So compared to most of the people in the audience, it was like my only option, but I mean, it ended up working out. So.
Those kind of shows.
She was the best of the bunch. Who knows what this podcast could be if I would have chosen one of those people. But so yeah, just met there, and then after that, like I said, that was like the start of the pandemic. So it was trying to coerce her out of her house to come and hang out with me. And finally, after like a month of texting you nonstop, I think. Was it
I don't
weird?
think a day's gone by that we haven't talked since.
Oh, no.
We've talked every single day since then.
Yeah, but I mean, I was trying harder than you in the beginning.
You were, but that's the problem, because you always meet those people. You're like, oh yeah, we'll hang out eventually. Like you never see them again.
Maybe that's what's wrong with us, is like you and I can go Saturday to Saturday without speaking to each other.
Well, before I fucking moved back here, dude, we'd go months.
We could go months,
yeah, without even a hello.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it's been over 20 years for you guys. I think
it has.
Has something to do with it too.
And what it is, I think we accidentally ran everyone else off. Is what it was.
Yeah, we're pretty much the only two left that. Whatever.
No,
but no one else hates me like you do, buddy.
Oh, you're right. I hate fuck the shit out of you.
Did you guys go to high school together?
No, he didn't go to high school.
I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right.
That's the reaction. Yes.
Yeah. I tell you, the day after prom night was fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Wait. So when did you have the chance to meet?
Through a mutual friend.
Yep.
That I'd say Joe. I guess you guys lived in the same neighborhood or whatever, but we
didn't.
We
were in the same homeschool group.
Oh, that's what it was. So a guy that I went to church with and was close friends with was also friends with Steven, and that's how we met when we were roughly 16 years old.
Yeah.
And then over the years, we stayed in contact with each other. I think we had the similar sense of humor that none of the other friends had.
Yeah.
We've played in 2 or 3 bands together, and
memories.
Yeah. Failed attempts at music. And we just stayed in contact because I mean, honestly, I think our sense of humor has really run everyone else off. Like,
yeah, it's bad.
If I hadn't been married as long as I have, I'd probably be in the same boat as far as that goes as well. So
yeah. I don't know how I've gotten anybody to marry me 3 times, but the third one's been 8 years. 8 years.
It is, yes.
Or in like next week.
So are all 3 of yours together? Have they met my one yet?
Oh God, no.
I didn't think so.
No, not even close.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think it was 15 if you add all 3 together.
No.
So why the homeschooling? Does that come from like some religious type of thing?
Teachers allowed to sleep with students in homeschooling.
You're close to your mom. That's nice.
Yeah. No,
that was his dad. Let's be fair.
That's fair. Yeah. First memory was getting finger blasted in the closet for secret wrestling camp.
That was your sister.
So no, so my parents, it was kind of religious, but kind of like, I don't know, the school system, at least in Fayetteville and Pulaski, like in elementary school, wasn't fantastic anyway, but
not really. No.
So anyway, they just decided for whatever reason to pull us out. I mean, I still played like sports and so like county stuff. So I wasn't like in the, crammed in the basement, homeschool kid, but I knew a lot. I could still spot a homeschool kid in a crowd, like in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But even before the pandemic, I have a lot of friends that did that. So I really support that. And I think that's awesome.
You do?
Yes. I would totally do that if I had the time and the money.
And the love for your child.
And the love for my child. Yes. But no, I don't. So.
All right. I mean, I don't know.
I'm kidding.
There's a show that I watch on, what's it called? Meet the Plaths. All the shows that I see with the kids that are homeschooled is.
Who is this person?
I don't know.
Who is Jenny S? Do you know someone named Jenny? Gennie?
Oh, I think I know who that is.
I have no clue who that is.
Yeah.
I have no idea who
Jenny, tell me who you are.
Okay.
Reveal your secret identity. They're bagging on me, whoever it is. Which is fine, but I just think it's funny.
There's a trend I've noticed when you just said you couldn't remember where you watched that. You guys are very bad at remembering things. Like when there's or for sure Alyssa. Like I often hear and we've got some more beef to pick with you actually in a moment about something you said on an episode.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
But
it's all we talked on this last episode about the drugs in our past, and I think that might have a lot to do with my memory issues for sure.
Yeah, I yell at the radio when I'm listening to you guys what you're trying to come up with, like, oh fuck, what was it? And I'm like,
yeah. Our memory does suck.
And I get so many messages after an episode comes out, like, God damn it, you just couldn't remember. It's this name, it's this, and I feel that frustration because I do the same thing. Like when I listen to Bert Kreischer, like he says things wrong, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, same.
So I understand. Yeah, I understand that feeling. That's annoying. Well, I know.
All right. Some beef we've got with you guys.
Yeah.
You went through a list of songs that you hate, songs that suck. And one of the first ones you named, well, you didn't really name it because you couldn't remember the name of the song, but it was Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy.
We're going downtown.
No, down. Right. Yeah, sure. But you said that was awful. Like that song sucks. That was awful. You hate that song. I don't understand that. And I'll let you say what you said to me about that album and that song.
It was the best pop punk album in the mid-late 2000s.
It was. It did more for the pop punk genre than anything else at the time.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's a great song. It is a great song.
No.
Why do you hate it? Well, hold on a minute. I think you're probably a little more into metal, aren't you?
I'm not. No.
I think
I'm
you
not.
would be.
I'm not.
Me.
Neither of us are.
What is metal to y'all?
Like
usually a solid substance like aluminum, steel, lead.
Metallica. That was metal.
Much music anymore just because I honestly listen to podcasts when I'm working out, when I'm in the car. I just don't really listen to music, but if I were to think back to like punk days, I think like Blink-182. I think like anybody except Green Day, anybody except, what are the brothers' names? Good Charlotte. I can't stand that shit.
No, that's not shit.
No, it's overplayed. I think that's what it is. I think it's just overplayed. So maybe if I heard it one time, I'd be like, all right.
That's the problem with that one song, the Sugar We're Going Down song. It was played way too much when it came out, and so it's burned in my brain to just hate it.
Well, because it was one of the only good things coming out at that time, so that's why they had to play it more. But
as a whole, like since about 2005 to now, has been probably the worst time for music in the history of fucking music, except for maybe like in the the 30s and 40s and everything was just pop standards.
Yeah.
How old are you guys? This is going to make a big difference. I mean, that's going to really make a difference to the argument.
Well, it's not an argument. We're stating facts.
Yeah. It's a good song. Hold on,
I'm not even talking about the song.
I lost all respect for your musical taste when I found out you went to Warped Tour and you were hanging out with Seether. So I don't have any respect for your musical taste.
Oh, Okay, just the fact that I made out for Bullet for my Valentine doesn't mean that I'm into the music. That just means that
they're a far superior band to Seether. Just,
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. Okay, so Saving Abel, that was the one band I couldn't think of that I smoked weed with on their tour bus. Saving Abel, Puddle of Mud, Seether, and then what's the one that I couldn't remember that I hung out with?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Did you just say Bullet for my Valentine like 2 seconds ago?
Type of shit that.
Oh, Shotgun,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Nickelback, any of those bands like that?
Creed?
They weren't there. No, I would have hung out with anybody that was like, "Hi, we have a joint for you. Come." And I mean, I was young. If I could make out with anybody on their tour bus, I probably would have at the time. So, I mean,
that's cool. That's fair.
Yeah.
I
also thought that I was probably the only one to ever turn him down going further. So that should give me some street cred. So.
Fair.
Yeah, it just doesn't help. It doesn't say anything about your musical taste.
I can tell you one song that they sang. So I didn't care.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you on Boulevard of Broken Dreams, though. I agree with you on that. That was a shit song.
Heard that twice in the car.
In the car. I like that song, but it was also overplayed. So
best Green album. Insomniac.
I'll tell you what my
I like Dookie.
Well, of course, everybody likes Dookie. It was the first big.
But you said best album.
I know. I said everybody loves that, but Insomniac was their better record.
You think so?
Yeah.
It is. They're pretty damn close.
Yeah. God damn it, you're right.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of D. Antwoord?
Yeah. Yeah, they were in that movie Chappie.
Yep. So that's probably that's been my favorite for the past couple of years.
I can only handle them in small doses. Yeah.
For sure.
So this is one of the things that when I was first getting her on board to be my friend, like I'm really like try to coerce her. This probably was not the path that I should have taken. So if any of your listeners don't know who this is, it's a South African like rap husband and wife, or hip hop or whatever you would call them. And they sing about like a lot of dicks and like a lot of like just really weird shit. And so I started sending her some music, and I was like, well, I mean, if she doesn't accept me now, then it's never going to work out. But you kind of liked it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm open to it.
I think you're freaky and I like you a lot.
I can dance to it. I can sing along. Really all I need to like a song.
Yeah. So it's a requirement for me.
So you said you listen to almost nothing but podcasts, though, which is basically in the same boat he is in. Like every now and then I found one or two that I like, but as a whole, I am not a podcast person at all. I would rather have music on like all the time. So I don't understand the love of I mean, I barely like doing podcasts, and we do well.
Need it. I don't need that for my workouts. I don't need the music to help me along. And then in the car, I mean, I think the biggest argument is how can you work out to that? But I just don't need that type of motivation like that. So
it's not motivation. It's just enjoyment of life.
No, I think though, listening to a podcast actually can take your mind off of whatever you're doing, so that it makes it, I don't know, not as grueling. I don't know. I mean, but I listen to podcasts all the time. So you
have to be excited about the one that you're going to listen to. If you're going to listen at the gym, sometimes I'll save a good one and I'll listen there. But I get an extreme sense of anxiety these days because I listen to so many that I'm committed to. So when they pop up, I feel like this intense anxiety that I have to get through it before. If I don't get through it before their next episode comes out, then it's weird. That's very rare.
No, I'm in the same boat, minus the anxiety part of it. But like, just pick your top 5 and know that you're going to listen to them before the next episode comes out, and then everything else, just put it in the queue and get to it as you get to it. I mean,
that's kind of how it's fallen. Yeah. And I don't like everybody that Joe Rogan has on, so it's like
I only listen to him depending on who's on. So for sure. But anyway,
so
the only podcast I've discovered that I halfway enjoy is that Time Suck with Dan Cummins. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
It's good. But he kind of history goes into shit, but he's a stand-up comedian that does it. But he goes a lot of serial killers and shit like that. He covers and goes through their lives. He did a bunch of declassified government files the other day. It was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I love me some alien shit.
Yeah.
Oh, me too. So on Rogan, for example, the ones that I really like to listen to are mostly like the scientists and anybody related to any government, alien stuff like that, for sure. Yeah, those will be like instantly to the top of the list. Now that he's not on iTunes, I have to separately search for it. So sometimes I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't looked in a couple days to see what's come up. So
how do you feel about flat Earth?
They had a flat Earth guy on.
No, we didn't have a flat Earth guy on. We had the flat Earth guy on. Yeah. The flat Earth guy.
Yeah.
I was telling Steven, I don't know. I don't know if I could handle that. Maybe I don't have a mature enough capacity to be able to handle something like that. I don't know if I could do that. You could probably easily be able to interview and ask questions and not take it personally. But I don't know if I could do that.
Well, he never really attacked us at all. He would ask why, like, why do you feel that way, or why do you believe this, or whatever. And that's for all of the asshole that we are. Like, we are pretty firm believers in to be respectful to someone if they haven't done anything to cause disrespect.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Right.
But anyway,
so
that's nice of you.
So
somebody just asked a question.
That's what I was
and I don't know if it's towards us or towards you guys, so we can both answer. But I'll let them answer first. So can you guys see that? Does it come up on your screen when I pop up the comment?
Yeah, I love that. Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Jenny. Okay. Do you look for inspiration for your podcast weekly, or do you just improvise? So it just depends what comes out during the week. For us, I'm definitely more up to date on certain, I'll say, like celebrity gossip, like the Marilyn Manson stuff that's going on right now is something that I would want to touch on. Last week was the Army Hammer cannibalism stuff, and I like to surprise Kristen with it.
Because I have no fucking idea
knowledge.
Whatever happens in this world. I don't even know. I don't follow anything. I just live in my own bubble, and I like it that way.
But I would say that mostly it's definitely that we improvise, because we get up to the final hour and we're like, yeah, you know what, we'll just fucking wing it. So everything that we have in the book, yeah, you know what, we'll just fucking wing it. It doesn't matter. And it usually ends up working fine. Everything, you talk with your friend and just like you normally would, there's just a mic in front of you. Things just evolve. The conversation evolves. So it works.
Do you find yourself like not saying certain things or talking about certain topics because you're afraid of who may listen?
For me, it's just work related that there's certain things that I don't feel like I can mention about my past, mostly not about anything current, but like there's certain, like drug stuff from my past that I eventually will probably get to that couldn't necessarily hurt me because it's in my past, but I just don't feel comfortable quite yet getting to that point. And then like sexual stuff, we're really like dirty people, and we would love to be able to touch on some of that and be a little raunchier, but both of our jobs, until we can leave our jobs, that stuff has to be not PG-13, somewhere in between.
So you've tied your jobs into the podcast a little bit, haven't you? I mean, as far as like you share the podcast and things like that on your personal social media and things like that?
Sort of, kind of. It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
It really
I know, like you guys were saying, or whichever one, I'm pretty sure it was Alyssa that was saying, like, to tag you guys, your personal accounts on Instagram.
Fine, because it's not like a snippet that I'm taking out, so I'm never going to post a snippet of me talking about something that's a little over the top. I'm never going to post that on my personal page.
Okay,
right.
But I will definitely share.
Yeah, and really that's our only big separation is work, and then that's about it.
It doesn't affect you as much as it does
not anymore.
Me. No, not anymore. It doesn't. Yeah, like my work stays out of it, and I don't put anything on my own personal social media at all. Not snippets, not pictures. It's not even anywhere associated with my social media that I even do a podcast. Like I have family members and people that don't even know I do one.
Yeah,
and I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So,
and I kept my family in the dark until my grandmother found out inadvertently a couple months ago, and it was a giant clusterfuck of a time. But
it was beautiful.
Your grandmother found out?
Yeah, my 85-year-old grandmother listened to this fucking podcast.
Let's hear this story.
It's not much of a story, really. It was
it's a hell of a story.
Okay, so so my dad
talking about your penis on that there podcast.
It was worse than that. So
I'm still one up on you, by the way.
Are you? Jesus Christ!
I already poured myself. That's my third. That you just.
It's because you're mixing lime juice in with your vodka. It goes down smoother.
Is that what it is?
So so my dad listens to the podcast from time to time, or he did. I don't know if he still has the link or not, but I'd liked it all right. And I guess I said something that either hurt his feelings a little bit or concerned. I don't know what the fuck it was, but he told my sister that hey, you need to listen to your brother's podcast. Melissa's my sister. Said you need to listen to the podcast. You might not like it. It's a little rough, but it's pretty funny. I don't know why he did that. That's what I've gotten two different stories depending on who the fuck's talking to me. The other person said they got their feelings hurt and they were concerned for my soul. Either way, my sister goes on and decides to like, well, your grandmother needs to hear this because I had an episode or a couple that I talked a lot of shit about my family. I think I mentioned I called him racist and I said my grandmother was a cunt. And
I remember that now.
Yeah. And and a bunch of other shit. I don't know. I might have called my nephew retarded. I don't fucking remember everything. But anyway, it all came back around and it was a giant, horrible fallout. But Joey loved it.
Oh, it's amazing.
I mean, at least you have people listening. We can't even listen. Like in the beginning they did, and they're like, and this is a common thing I've heard among podcasters, even like the most, popular ones that are out there. Their families don't listen. This is somebody that they know. It's not exciting to listen to this shit. So unless like we have somebody really good on, like we're about to have this one ghost hunting witch on. I think like my sisters might listen to that. But other than that, nobody listens. So, I mean, we've said plenty about my mom. We had this one episode where, I mean, my mom probably would have gotten mad if she listened, but she used to come visit me all the time. And she's still in St. Louis and she used to come visit me. And so she's old, and so she like wears nightgowns. So she keeps nightgowns.
Wait a minute. Nightgowns makes you old?
Okay. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, I'm gonna reach up and get it because we're in the closet.
See, I'm waiting until I'm 50 to start wearing nightgowns.
Are you?
Yeah.
We were gonna try.
Ahead of you.
We had a whole episode dedicated to just the nightgowns. Okay.
I must have missed that episode.
Like this.
Oh yeah, old school.
Flowers.
Yep.
I had he was called Apostle, but he was the lead pastor of a church, and we had to go by his house one night to take something by or something. I don't know, and he was wearing something like that. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
That sounds about right.
I don't know.
Split
Could be in it.
That's right.
So she, I mean, I don't know. Her feelings were probably hurt, but she doesn't listen. She said,
"I'm glad my mom doesn't listen."
Right?
I shit all over her a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
Aw.
See,
sorry. I mean, if the shoe fits.
Yeah, it's not for lack of loving our families. It's just
no,
and that's why I told him. I was like, it's nothing that none of you assholes haven't said about somebody else in the family behind their back. I just did it on a podcast, for like tens of 15s of people could hear it. We
don't lie about anything that anything we say about our family is absolutely true. Like I don't embellish or lie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I might they need to understand. We just need content. We're just using you for content. So.
Yeah. Then as far as that question, you prepare sometimes. Every now and then I'll bring something to the table.
I look at news stories just in case things slow down while we're recording.
Right.
And then we each have stories. And I'd say that's one of the big things about doing this podcast that has changed is that when something funny or big happens, we don't immediately call or text each other now. We save it for recording.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
There's plenty of times when he's like, "Oh, did I tell you about?" And then it's like, "No, never mind. We'll wait till the mics get hot." So,
by the way, Leon Spinks died like a few minutes ago.
Really?
Or a few hours ago. Yeah, I just saw it. I was looking up new stuff. Everybody's fucking dying this year.
2021 is not playing around.
So many people.
2021, am I right?
Fucking Leon Spinks, fucking Forrest Leachman, fucking Screech,
Larry King. Yeah, Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron died?
Hank Aaron died 2 weeks ago.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Huh. That's funny. Larry King, though, how old was he? He was so old.
I think he only 80 something.
But he looked like he was 100.
He does.
Something.
Yes, he did look that way.
Yeah.
He's what?
You guys mostly have guests on, though. So, like.
Well, lately, yes.
Okay.
Lately,
all right.
Yeah.
So we don't. There's a little less preparing that you have to do when you have guests on.
Well, so not really. I mean. We look up.
What?
What was that?
for like random content you do. Like you have to do your research on whoever you're interviewing, but that, it's like obvious what you should be researching. When we're just jumping on, we almost never have guests, and our plan has never really been to want to have guests. So there's a little more that goes into just us coming up with stuff. Whereas when you have a guest, at least your focus is that.
I feel like she's getting a fucking attitude about how much harder they have it than us, and I'm a little fucking.
Life. That's usually how it goes. Yeah.
So we started out. It was just going to be. We started out saying we'll pick a topic and we'll kind of generally stick to that. If we get off topic, we'll come back on and things like that. And then a few episodes in, a longtime friend of ours came and was on with us, and then we had Steven's wife on at one time, and we just slowly had people we knew. And then we started reaching out to local businesses, and we made some friends with a local barbershop here, and we had them on, and we've just occasionally had a guest on. It just happens to be that lately we've had more guests on, but
because everybody wants to hang out.
I guess so. I mean, the flat earth guy, we didn't reach out to him. Like we got an email from him saying, I would like to come be on your show. And so we talked to him. Now we did have Will Willis from Forged in Fire.
He's such a fucking sexy piece of man.
He was great. Yeah. Like he was great. I mean, we got him worked up, but he used to host the show Forged in Fire. And he's former Army Ranger and Air Force paratrooper or pararescueman. And so we had him on, and then we had a guy, the lead singer of one of our teenage band, ska band, from Five Iron Frenzy. And so we've slowly started having more guests.
It is easier though, for the most part.
It does make it a little easier, but we also have a tendency to get people to talk about things they didn't intend to talk about whenever we have a guest on. And then we just kind of filter in our jokes and things like that here and there, and try to have good fun. But like this Thursday night, we're recording on a Thursday instead of Saturday, and we're alone that night. So we'll be in.
That was a really, really long way to fucking say that we've started having more guests on lately.
Well, someone's got to feel the air that you're not feeling.
I'm trying to listen, and you're just,
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, we were asked a question.
Yeah.
I'm Steven.
Yeah. So Steven and I kind of talked about that too. Except I think that we determined that I was more of the Steven and you were more of the Joey. That's how we came up with it. That's how we kind of.
I think it depends on what you're talking about. I mean, Alyssa and I both listen to more podcasts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alyssa is super forgetful like you, and Kristen had kids young like me. Not as young as me, but yes.
Dude, you were 12.
I wasn't 12. I was 13.
13.
No, just kidding. No. It's I think we drink more than you guys when we record as well, though. I don't know how much you guys drink, but
what do you mean by drink?
How do you know how much we drink? You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know, but I know that one somebody's getting drunk before this episode.
Oh, and look? They have the 26-year-old fetus. Okay, so how we describe our liquor bottles that we're gonna get? All right. So today, I was like, Kristen, I'm going to get that bottle that's like, we're not going to drink too much. So I'm going to get that bottle that's not the handle, not the one underneath it, not an airplane bottle, but the one that would be like if it were a 26-week-old baby that came out like a preemie.
Mm-hmm,
that's what this is,
and
right?
then I was like,
dare you make fun of premature babies?
That a homeless man would grab, and you can put it in this brown bag and still put it in your pocket. So if you need to hide it, you can still hide it.
Yeah.
I would almost rather drink embryonic fluid from a 27-month-old baby.
Even though we have the small bottle, we're about done with it.
We've talked lots about eating placentas, so that's right in line with what we talk about. So yeah, really. Come subscribe if you're into placenta eating, placenta omelets. That was a while ago.
I think we've never done that, though.
We've never done that. Jesus.
So if you're not into placenta eating, it's cool, but we just talk about it.
Do you want this? Look, we also got this one. We didn't give you forewarning because the lady at the store sold us on it, and I don't really do the flavored vodka, but it's natural. It's from a pear,
and she's a health nut.
It's good though.
I don't give a shit about any of that, but she likes it.
Okay,
I don't know. I think we get pretty close to finishing our, and we also mix the beer in with it, depending on what it is.
I forgot to show next week's alcohol.
Yeah, you did.
It's a special surprise.
Is it?
It's on next week. Why are we talking about next week? Look at you.
We always know what we're drinking.
He's interrupting you guys, being a rude host.
I am, because we usually announce what we're going to drink the next week, the week of. That way, people can drink along if they want to. But
I don't think anyone does.
It's our no, they don't. But we like to think they do.
That is Valentine's Day.
It is our Valentine's Day episode. Out of some Convavier.
Oh, past the Courvoisier.
Yes, sir. So this is going to be our romantic.
Nobody drinks that straight.
Oh, we are.
No one said we were straight. No, yeah.
So
we surprise each other. So we take turns buying the liquor, and sometimes we buy things just to piss the other person off.
Yeah. About time for my next roll.
Steven brought in Fireball one night.
I love Fireball.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yes. I mean, that's how I feel. Everything that she says, I'm like, well, yeah, of course, that's right in line.
How easily offended are you? Let me ask you that before I say anything else. You're not easily offended. Every basic bitch I know loves Fireball.
She's not. I would have never chosen somebody who falls in line with that category. But
she loves Fireball.
But
it's a red flag.
Go ahead, judge me. Try me.
It's so sugary.
Right, yes.
Shit, what was I gonna say? I forgot. See, this is what I mean. My brain it has coals all over it. It's like Swiss cheese.
I like Fireball, but I'll also drink whiskey. I'll drink vodka, obviously.
What's your favorite whiskey?
I like Knob Creek.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I was expecting something with honey in it.
No, I wasn't honest to God, I was expecting her to say either Wild Turkey or what's the one that my brother loves? So Bullet. I was expecting Bullet.
Of course, you're expecting me to say that because you think I'm a basic bitch.
Bullet's not a basic bitch. Basic bitches don't even drink whiskey. They don't drink whiskey.
You'd be surprised. Maybe our women are just different in Tennessee.
She's not. They pretend that they do because that's what basic bitch do. They pretend they drink whiskey so they can fit in with the guys. Yeah, she doesn't.
What's your opinion on fuck, now I completely blanked out on now I'm not remembering.
Hold that thought. We just have possibly the best comment we've ever gotten.
Yep.
Trevor says he's going to buy us a bottle of goddamn Hennessy.
I will believe it when it shows up here, Trevor.
As will I.
But if you buy it, I will drink it.
Oh, for sure. I'll drink anything.
Anything alcoholic somebody sends us, we will drink. Yes. Yeah. So how do you feel about White Claw?
Oh, we went through that phase this summer.
Well, no, that was Truly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The limited Truly is okay, but she's a health freak, right? So she doesn't want to drink just beer all day. I'll drink beer all day, like Budweiser all day.
She prefers drinking sadness.
Yeah.
And I realized that it made me bloat and it was not conducive to my workouts. So I cut that off real quick. I go through these phases.
We don't drink because it's conducive to our workouts. We drink because we have to.
Oh my God.
I have to think about the next day and what is going to be conducive to my workout. But the Truly thing this summer, we were going, I bought one of those inflatable pools that like everybody was buying for the summer, and I put it in the backyard and she would come over and it was like redneck central. We put lawn chairs in the pool, drinking Trulies, drinking Titos.
Doing it Texas style.
I don't know.
Drinking Trulies, it might as well be White Claw.
Weren't as good. Why was it?
Boat.
Why weren't we doing that?
I don't think we ever tried White Claw. I've probably had one White Claw my whole life. Well,
I'm gonna take a shot of water.
I'm gonna take a shot of water. I'm chasing my vodka with beer.
Good for you.
What kind of beer are we drinking?
Is that an IPA?
This is Wiseacre Brewing's Got to Get Up to Get Down.
Yeah.
Gotta get up, take it down.
It's a coffee milk stout.
Pretentious douchebag beer is what the fuck that is.
Look, just because you can only drink sweet, sour beer.
Just that beer. Anything else, I'll drink any liquor just about. Well, it's not sweet shit.
Have you all tried the pickle beer?
I'm sorry?
The pickle beer, the dill pickle beer.
It's not great.
No.
We had no, I thought didn't you bring dill it was a dill pickle beer. Yeah, it was not very good. It tastes more like cucumber than dill pickle.
Oh no.
Well, at least what we had did anyway.
What is that big brand of pickles? It's the same brand.
Yeah, you're right.
It tastes just like pickles mixed with beer. It's amazing.
It's a lot pickly. It's really a lot of pickle.
Have you ever done a pickleback?
Yeah, I have. Yes.
With Jameson.
Yeah, or any whiskey.
Yeah.
But so I had last time when I was in Texas over the summer, was introduced to, and it might have just been this bar saying that it was one of their, a Texas thing, but I had never heard of ranch water before.
That's new.
That's new. Yeah.
Yeah, the tequila and the Topo Chico.
Yeah. Ranch water comes in like a 6-pack. It's a can.
No. This is
what they told me was what they called ranch water in the bar was it was a Topo Chico with a shot of tequila in it and a fucking lime wedge.
Okay, well they made their own. Okay, well there's an actual ranch water 6-pack of.
Yeah.
It's like
as it got popular, there came a actual ranch water.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah.
Did you do the research? Do you know the history?
Do I know the history?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. No. I was just wondering.
You
spit that out like you fucking had some ranch water knowledge.
A little bit.
Nice. I'm impressed. I love you.
I know.
But you guys are saying that
we have. Well, no, go ahead. Don't back away from the mic. Say what you said. Say it out loud.
I love you.
Yeah. No one loves him like I do.
That's true.
And no one loves me like he does. This is what my wife has said for years and years, is if you have an affair, I don't have to wonder who it is. It will be Stephen. I
like your wife. That's funny.
Little does she know, he's already been inside me. So
I love that.
he's the only friend I've ever made out with.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. We were at a party. Way back in the days, like 08.
Strip poker followed by spin the bottle, and we like getting reactions from people. So that happened, making out naked over somebody's fucking living room table. It was fucking weird.
No, we've done plenty of things like
plenty of things. Don't even worry about
anything to get a reaction out of someone is worth it. If it's going to make you uncomfortable, we're willing to do it.
What?
Okay, go ahead. So we'll just wait.
No, I'm just saying, like, anything that makes anyone, like when we were at this party or whatever and spin the bottle and it lands on him and we kiss and it freaks everybody out. We were at a bar one time and I got up to go get beer or whatever, and I said to him, like, do you want anything? He's like, nah, I'm good or whatever. And I said, all right, well, I'll be right back. And I leaned over and kissed him on his neck or whatever, and everyone at the table freaked out. That's great. I mean, who gives a shit? Like, it's great.
Did this actually happen though?
That's different than the make out.
No, it actually that should actually happen. I wouldn't lie about it. What's the point in that? It actually happened. Yeah.
Would you mind proving it and just
proving what?
Real quick.
Making out?
No,
I'm not willing to make out with him anymore. But
onesies.
Yeah. No, it's not a reaction anymore. If you're asking us to do it, it's not a reaction.
Yeah, we also have a band. You guys ever, I don't know if it was a thing with dudes. Have you heard of like the term gay chicken?
Yeah.
No.
Gay chicken. So it's two dudes. And it was big in high school, whatever. But you go in like you're going to kiss or touch faces, and whoever backed away last minute lost.
Yeah.
So it was a stupid thing. But anyway, we had to have a truce for this because neither one of us would fucking, back out. So it was like, we can't just be fucking making out all the time because that's not good for anybody.
Get to the point where one of us had the other one bent over the table. I mean, it's just
that's deep back massage.
Man, if you and I knew each other in high school, it'd probably be some shit like that.
I don't know. I didn't like that in high school.
Oh, I was
like
way more fun than I am now.
I was about like the drugs, but like I can be by myself. It wasn't like I was not doing making out with girls, or I didn't do anything like that.
Neither was I.
Why do you hate gay people? Good Lord.
Shut up. I don't. I love gay people.
I wasn't making out with girls in high school either.
What's funny is my oldest son is the one running the cameras right now, and I think he's hearing some things he's never heard before.
Oh yes.
Really, Gabe? You didn't know this?
I don't know if he knew that we made. I wish we had a camera on him right now to see his face.
That was one of the reasons I knew I didn't want to kiss boys anymore, because his mustache tickled and it felt weird.
That's right. How do you know you're straight if you've never been with someone of the same sex?
Right.
That's a good question.
No, that's not a good question.
It is a good question. How do you know? Maybe you're bi and you don't know it.
Years old. I would know that if I wanted to do that.
No,
How would you know?
God damn it. Quit questioning. She already knows. Say my best friend. You remember David? My best friend prior to you.
Yeah.
So you can't have a special.
Okay, you're gonna hurt my feelings. So watch what you say.
No, don't. That's what true friends say. They say whatever.
She's like, I would know, and I don't know.
No, you can have a special relationship with one single person and not like the rest of the sex. Like, if I'm not saying I like you in that way, but like I could have feelings for you and not any other girls.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's no different than a heterosexual relationship.
You not think I'm pretty enough? You're so pretty. Oh my God! We're gonna talk when this is fucking over. Okay.
No, go for it right now. That's what we're mediators. He's an ordained minister. He can handle this.
I'm not anymore. That expired.
The ordination. I didn't know that.
Shit. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I went to Bible school when I was younger, and I was a full-time pastor for a minute back in my younger years.
And I was an associate youth pastor, so you got two pastors here that can help you out with your problems. So go ahead. What's your first question?
I want to know what comment.
Jesus. There you go. There's your answer.
So did either one of you guys grow up religious?
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's interesting. That's so foreign to me.
Oh, dude, Aaron, he just commented after that, dude, if you will let me marry you and officiate your wedding, I'll be there in a heartbeat. So
yeah,
he's getting married. Aaron.
The same with, but same though with Andy and Gina though, or Andy Harris, Gina. Yeah, I want to Zoom officiate their wedding. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Aaron. Aaron fucking ruined an episode, so fuck Aaron. Until he redeems himself, fuck him right out of here.
We'll let him redeem himself at some point.
That's fine.
Who's Aaron?
Aaron's a guy that Steven knows that called in one night, like really thought he was going to call in and bring something to the show. And as soon as we answered the phone, he was like, so like, what are you guys? So
okay. But in all fairness, he was going.
What
through
you like on your
withdrawals.
pizza?
He was going through withdrawals on some of his medications.
No, I get it. I'm just making fun of him. I don't know. I've never met the guy in my life.
I'm trying to give him a little bit of
That's fine.
grace.
I don't have to give him any.
Trying to give him grace.
You know, we listen to the King. I mean, Aaron couldn't possibly be that bad. You know,
no,
love the King. Yeah.
Oh my God, he says. Yeah. So, all right.
What I was getting at is David Clayton. Before my first marriage,
sure,
because you weren't there yet. He was you were in it, but he was my best man, Melissa. It doesn't matter. Anyway, he
Melissa was your best man at your second wedding.
Second wedding. That's right.
Your best woman.
So anyway, so we were sitting like in the hotel before whatever. Yeah. He was like, "Come here, dude. I don't want to do this, but somebody has to." He was like, "Somebody has to do this for you." And he grabbed the back of my head, and this, of course, was heavy church days. You know? And so he grabs the back of my head.
Heavy church. He's the lead pastor of a church right now.
He is now, but then for both of us.
For both of you.
Yeah. And he grabs my face and he starts pulling me in. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, just kiss, just real quick, man, just one. And he has his eyes closed and his mouth open. He's like, come on, man, just one, just kiss me. And I was like, no, what are you doing? He's like, you got to know. If you like it, you know you shouldn't get married tomorrow. You've got to do it. You've got to do it once.
I didn't know this. I've never heard this story before.
Yeah, and he tried. It was a good 5 minutes of him acting like, or I should say, trying to put his tongue in my mouth. And I was like, no. And he's like, dude, you have to know. I'm as your best friend. I'm doing this for you.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was good. It's good.
Oh my God.
What?
Did you end up kissing?
No.
That's why he got married and had a long, successful marriage.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
No, I was just kidding. He didn't have a long, successful marriage. He was married for 4 years, and that was it.
Yeah, the first time. Yep.
So your wives are totally fine with the fact that you guys make out.
We don't. We
it's not an ongoing process.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like, hey, after the podcast, you want to fucking take some pants off and go at it for a little while?
Yeah, no. Look, it doesn't. All right,
it's okay.
Sometimes,
it's okay. Come on.
Look, hold on a minute.
Right there we go.
Look, it doesn't mean anything when we get done recording and like, because my wife has gone to bed. She goes to bed early. She's older than I am, so she like has to go to bed early. No, like she goes to bed early, and the two of us get done, and we're on a high. Just because we jerk each other off does not mean that we're gay.
It's utilitarian. It's a come down.
It's exactly. It's a come down.
Absolutely.
It's all about the chemicals in the brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
It's all about the chemicals, the brain, and the sweet hands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. Oh my god.
No, we should.
Oh, we should.
For sure.
You should what? I'm sorry. Do we have an exclusive here?
We're just throwing ideas out.
I'm not sure what she said, but I think I know what it was.
Well, that's because you won't stop talking.
We'll give you guys all the credit if that ends up happening.
sure.
But you know, I mean,
All
if
right.
I need like winding down.
Yeah. So we are about the point that we usually take a quick break.
Yep.
Because I want a cigarette really, 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 really bad.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, right? So
my God.
I know. I'm so excited to smoke.
I'm talking about her saying ooh.
Oh
ooh.
yeah. Yeah.
You made out with someone in like Sealer or something, so I don't know.
My Valentine.
That's
Oh,
what's
my
happening.
bad. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. Usually we do 5-10 minutes, and so we'll keep the live stream going, but we'll just put up a background, and you guys will be muted and everything, so you can talk shit about us if you need to. So
Right.
we'll be back in a minute.
Yep.
We'll be back in
5 to 10 minutes. If we're back and you're not, we'll just talk about you until you get back.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We'll be back. We'll be back. I gotta pee.
Yep.
Hey everybody. We'd like to take a minute to tell you about a really cool podcasting app called Stitcher Premium.
Yeah, Stitcher Premium is, like you said, a free app, and they've got everything you could look for: true crime, comedy, pop culture, The Office ladies. I think Conan O'Brien's podcast is on there. There's lots of things on there.
And archives of all those things.
Oh, yeah. And smart
And,
lists.
Yeah, the smart list. That's what I was about to say, you fuck. Smart lists basically will watch what you're listening to, or listen to what you're listening to,
Right.
use some fancy algorithms, and make recommendations on shit that you already like.
Yeah, so if you go to Stitcher.com/premium and use the code B3F, you can get a month free. So it's $4.99 a month, or $34.99 if you pay for a full year. But use the code B3F and you'll get a free month.
Check it out. Now, I was just smoking and you were hacking when we came back on. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I choke on
But you do have the gravelly voice like you were like a 30-year smoker.
No.
No?
Not cigarette smoke, no.
Were you ever a smoker?
Yeah, I've it's more of like I'm drinking, so I'll have one here and there, but not these days. Neither of us really so
Sure.
much.
Full cigarette anyway.
No.
Uh-oh.
What the hell was that?
That was Gabe.
I thought
It's
he
fine.
muted.
It's just our battery.
Oh, that was you guys.
Oh God.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on, I have to plug my computer in.
Oh God. Oh God damn it. God damn it.
Are you guys in a closet?
Yeah. We've tried multiple rooms in the house. Yeah.
So you normally record in a closet?
or
It
this
might be
one.
a little dark. It's okay.
I tell you what, really good adjustment on that main camera, Gabe. Honestly, like,
Oh
No,
shit.
that's- Oh.
Yeah. Hold
Ooh.
on. Okay.
Okay,
What
turn
is
that on.
What is happening?
We've got to use the real light.
That. And then there. Okay. Problem solved.
Okay, we're good.
As opposed to using the fake light?
I mean, as opposed to using the nice little light on the table.
It's not,
That's fine.
it's not so bad.
Whatever. What you guys? Are you in Joey's basement?
Yeah, it's the creepy.
yeah,
it's the
I
scary
have a
basement.
bar in my basement, and that's where we record.
We don't have basements here in
No,
Texas.
unfortunately. That's I
Aw.
wish I had one.
That's something I really miss about the Midwest is that they have basements.
Gotcha.
We don't have basements here because
What is it about Texas that you don't have basements?
The
the ground is too hard.
Hey,
That doesn't make any sense.
So you have to pay extra to have somebody.
Sure, I get that.
Well, so they do have basements in Texas, just they're not common, and that's how you dig basements.
You can,
well,
but you have to
basements
dig
don't come underneath the house, though. It would be like a separate kind of like tornado shed type thing.
Would it have to be?
No, you can pay a lot of money to have one, but it doesn't come standard. Like in the Midwest, you would almost never run into not having a basement. Now, it might not be finished, but you're going to more than likely have an unfinished basement. We don't have that here.
These are the hard-hitting topics we cover on this podcast.
I know.
Fucking Texas basement.
My basement, my bar room opens out onto a patio and things like that. So it's
it's where your dog drinks my pee.
That is where my dog drinks our pee. Yeah. Yes. No. So Kristen is a real estate agent. I know that. So how, if a house had a basement, would that make it easier? Does that make it easier to sell in Texas?
Into that?
I've never ran into that, actually. I don't think that's a common thing. I don't really think it's desired in this area.
You should try to sell more houses with basements and find out.
You should.
Life goals.
Yeah. You market yourself as the basement real estate agent.
If you do not have a basement, I cannot represent you.
How would that'd be like really creepy? Like, hey, what are you known for? I'm the basement realtor. That's super creepy sounding.
I mean, I'd go to someone like that.
A really good idea. I might do something like that.
I'd go to someone like that. I want one so bad. Actually, as soon as my daughter is of age, 17, 18, I'm probably not going to live in the state. This is not the state for me. I don't know where it will be at that time. I guess I'll have to assess, but I don't love Texas. It's just not for me.
Well, it's Texas, so we're all with you there.
She's not, but she doesn't know any different.
Well,
so
people from Texas really think that Texas is fantastic. Like that's just how it works.
So I have to occasionally.
But doesn't everybody think that about their state? Like, okay, I'm from St.
No.
You're not.
I love Knoxville. I love Tennessee. It's beautiful, but I don't think it's the best.
God, no.
No.
I would love to live in Tennessee.
Better than Texas, but I mean, no. I have to go to the Fort Worth area occasionally for work when it's not COVID time, and the most annoying thing about Texas is how great everyone in Texas says Texas. Like and I didn't experience this, but a couple people that I work with did. They were in Texas, and the sun was shining through a restaurant window, and the woman says, "Jesus Christ, even the sun feels like it's bigger in Texas." And this man that they didn't know leans over in a cowboy hat and says, "Yes, ma'am, everything's bigger in Texas." I'm like, fuck Texas for that shit. But I will say, you guys have some great barbecue. I ate at a restaurant called Hard Eight when I was out there a year or so ago. Fucking amazing. Best brisket I've ever had. It really was good.
Very expensive at Hard Eight. So you get through the line, this buffet line. I don't know, and I don't love barbecue, but mac and cheese I'll eat anywhere. So
that's all the time we have for tonight. No.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, make sure you log into our next episode because it's all about mac and cheese.
No. Hard Eight was amazing. So the best barbecue I've ever had, honestly.
Okay.
I spent $32. I got a pound of different types of barbecue and some sides, and felt like I was going to vomit when I got done.
That sounds right.
That's the goal.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Austin pretty well and Texas. They got some okay shit, but
Austin's different.
Okay,
you may as well go to LA. You know, all the LA people, all the California LA people are all moving down to Texas.
Yeah.
Tons of musicians are moving.
By all of them, you mean Joe Rogan?
No. I knew you were going to say that. Yes, that's one big person. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of musicians are moving here, and a lot of Joe Rogan is influencing other comedians to move here. But Austin is not a good representation of what Texas is.
No, it's not at all.
It's not a good representation of Texas, but you might as well be like Austin if you're going to be in Texas. But no, I agree. If I were a young comedian, I would absolutely move to Austin right now because of Joe Rogan. And I mean, Tom Segura and his wife, Christina Pajitsky, are moving to Austin as well. I mean, if I were a young comedian, I would move to Austin right now. So
Chappelle is going to do half and half between Ohio and Austin. Tony Hinchcliffe is going there. Tim Dillon is going there. There's a lot of
See,
comedians.
she does remember names.
I
Yep.
do.
Yeah, Heathcliff was a cool cat.
Heathcliff.
He was far superior to Garfield, by the way.
Sure. I agree. So, go ahead. Go ahead. All right.
So anyway, no, go ahead.
One of the things that comes up regularly on your podcast is Kristen's dating life.
I was hoping y'all would not mention that.
I was.
So you're seeing a guy lately that seems to be
John Smith.
Well, I was gonna. I had another name to call him, but we'll go with that. I was gonna call him a different name, but that's fine. We'll go with John Smith out of respect. Why are you laughing?
I'm enjoying this buildup. I don't know where it's going.
No. I was just gonna say. I know that there were some very interesting stories on your dating life previously. There was someone shoving underwear in your mouth.
Yes.
There was someone slamming you on the ground.
Yeah.
And then there's this new guy you're calling John Smith.
Oh, but you're also forgetting the butthole eater on the first night.
No, I'm sorry. Forgetting what now?
The butthole eater, the first date butthole eater.
Why is that not the guy that you're seeing now? That seems like a catch, especially in Texas.
It was the same guy that tried to shove the underwear in her mouth. And we thought, you know what? It's a little
aggressive for
if
my
you find a guy that will stick his tongue in the chocolate starfish, then you gotta give that guy a second chance.
Well, you know, when the same guy gives you a concussion, you really gotta weigh the odds and ends.
Yeah,
you know?
Good point.
Irrelevant. Irrelevant.
I mean, you would look at me differently had I given you the concussion.
I would look at you differently, but because of the concussion, not because of you gave me. That's right. I would look at you a little more with my head tilted.
Listen, concussions are the new roofies these days.
Oh my God.
He had a motive.
He just got to beat the girl
He
down.
was like, I'm going to eat her asshole later this night, and I have to make sure she's not awake.
Oh God. Yes. What I would have wished is that there was a boyfriend in between that came after that. We may as well just we could have gotten some real good stories out of that time on Tinder, but she's so desirable that she gets picked up too fucking fast. So we don't get enough Tinder stories out of it. So we really gotta take advantage of the ones that, we do get out of her.
So what she's saying is, Kristen, that you really need to, I didn't hold that back at all. What she's saying is that you really need to just kind of see some other guys first. Tell this John Smith guy, hold on, I need content.
I need content and I need to go back.
It's a very common topic of conversation. Yeah, we
Right.
know. I know.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of not about that actually. That's not my motive, and I'm not part of Call Her Daddy, so that's where I'm at right now.
I mean, Call Her Daddy is a very popular podcast. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be part of that.
For a reason.
I mean, I like being a
look. I'll take what I can get. There's some good stories with this one too, but she won't be comfortable sharing until it's done. So we have to wait.
Just hope that happens sooner than later, so you guys can have content that pops up on the podcast.
She probably does, but I have different ideas.
I'm rooting for.
She actually tries to ruin my relationships just so she can talk about my sex life.
Well, that's actually what a good friend would do.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's what a good friend does.
He doesn't even listen. I invited him over a couple weeks ago and I tried to get to know him and I tried to feel this out. I really did. And I have, I want the best for her. I want it to work out. I also didn't want it to work out because we have this going on and this is more important to me than John Smith. But, I mean, it depends on how his attitude, how his act is.
Don't look shocked.
And what did you say his name was again?
John Smith.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good try.
No.
Try.
I got a different. I have a feeling that I know what his first name is.
Okay.
But No, it's okay. I'm not going to because I don't want to ruin anything. If he happens to be watching tonight, which if he's like anyone else that's related,
does he know you have a podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, does he know you talk about him?
Talk about him. Yes,
but he doesn't listen. There's no way
he doesn't.
I assure you, he listens.
I don't know.
No, I think the last one listened and got offended by some things. I don't think this one listens, which I feel like I don't think she should be with anybody who doesn't listen.
Well, it depends on what you're saying, but I know guys for the most part, and if he thinks you're talking about him at all, he's listening. He's listening because he needs to know. He wants to know.
I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like if I was dating a guy and he had I'd be afraid of what he was saying.
I understand that. You're not a guy, though. Guys want to know. Guys, absolutely. If you were dating someone,
Alanis Morissette said.
If
Alanis Morissette, I can't fucking talk.
If you were dating someone and you knew they had a podcast and you knew they were talking about doing it, would you listen?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do you think it's a red flag that he doesn't listen? If he doesn't listen?
I think he does listen.
Do you think he does?
No, I really don't.
I really don't. There's zero hint of
it would only be a red flag if there was indifference in other areas. That would be.
Why would Lance not listen?
Lance,
I took a stab at it, and I came up short. No, that's fine. No, I'm saying, look, I promise you, unless he is just this golden god of a person, he listens.
No.
What other kind of advice can you give me
about your I don't know enough about your relationship with him.
You're saying
I'm telling you that you should have already tried to see if his Hulu was still the same on your account. You should have already done that because he put his password on your TV or whatever. You should have already tested to see if he went home and changed the password again. Because if he did, Alyssa's correct. That is a red flag. That absolutely is a red flag that he doesn't trust whatever that's going on, or he just doesn't want you to have his password or whatever. So you should have already checked that. And I don't know. You should maybe ask him how he feels about the concussions. I don't know.
He doesn't know about that story.
He does if he listens.
Yes, he does. He knows. That's the thing. If he knows that you talk about that, then he is going to listen. He's going to hear that stuff. I promise you he listens.
We'll have to circle back on that. I really don't think.
Okay, let me just say, because if I think if I was dating my husband after starting this, my husband would for sure be listening to these.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a red flag. I find it to be very odd if he's not listening at all and has no interest in something that she's like heavily invested in with me. So I don't love that. If he hasn't taken the time to do that, I don't love that.
Well, it depends. Kristen, have you told him you would prefer him not listen?
Him and I have not talked about it one-on-one. Really, we just talked about it when we came here, and it's not a topic.
See, that's weird to me.
And you're
a big topic of conversation.
The only way I'm going to go a little bit devil's advocate, and I would say that maybe he listened once and then just fucking hated it and then hasn't listened anymore. And
that's the only reason he would not continue listening.
But that's a legitimate thing. And
he has listened at least once.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure. He's listened at least once.
I really so badly want to call.
Are you guys the same age? Like Kristen, are you and John Smith the same age?
Yes.
All right. So 28, right?
29.
Yeah.
29. All right. So 29. I was going to ask Gabe what he thinks. He's not quite. Has he listened?
Do it. Call him right now.
I don't.
My son's sitting here and he's 24 and he said he's absolutely listened.
So
you think so?
we just said he would listen.
We just had somebody give you guys advice that 2 cents. Don't do wifey shit, cleaning house, cooking meals, etc. for a guy you were just dating.
Oh, no,
sure. I don't do that shit.
He was just throwing it out there.
She's just making sure.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Fuck no. Yeah, I mean, she's really put her foot down here recently. I'd like for you to call him now on air.
Oh, I would absolutely love for you to call him on there.
Our number, text him our number that's at the bottom of the, can you see the banner at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
So tell him to call in and we'll all talk right now.
Come on, just try it.
754 call B3F.
You guys are the worst.
No, we're the best.
I don't even know if he'll answer right now. He's busy.
He's not
all you
busy
gotta do is say, hey, just
8:39 at night on a Saturday.
All she has to text is, you up? And I guarantee got into you.
Yeah, there you go. WYD.
But you want him to call this number.
Yes.
So you got to call him first.
Just text him and say, I'm on a podcast as a guest.
Yeah.
And we'd like you to call in.
We would like for you to
call. We have questions.
And text him the number 754.
If he doesn't do it, just do it.
Okay.
If he doesn't do it, that's a red flag.
You know, it'd be amazing if this podcast single-handedly sabotaged her entire relationship.
Or if this podcast single-handedly got her married.
If anything, it would make it better, I'm pretty sure. So let's just give it
I feel like we would get along with him. Really? I don't know why. I just have this weird feeling.
We don't get along with discernment. We don't get along with anyone.
I don't doubt
any guy.
I don't doubt that you will like him. I don't doubt.
I feel like we get along with him. So we don't. I feel like we get along with Kristen.
Oh, I don't like either one of them.
Oh, do you know? Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
God,
my bad. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. No.
Okay.
Look at you, finishing off the Tito's.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
That's a sour beer over there if you want it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I gave you. I know.
Thank you.
I like sour beers.
Sour beers are good in the summertime.
We have like one.
Okay, call 754.
Oh god damn it, that's so bad.
225-5233.
Yeah, 754 call B3F.
So when are we going to be guests on y'all's podcast?
Oh shit.
She's the one that organizes that.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, we're like so bugs.
Exactly. That's how everyone is.
We're used to that, actually.
We have lots of guests that we never are guests on. We had some guys on a few weeks ago that had never done video before, and they're now doing a live podcast tonight from a brewery in Cleveland. So
you know.
Oh,
that's so cool.
Yeah, it is. If you're them. Sure.
I'm gonna quit helping everyone with their fucking shit. That's it. I'm just I'm fucking done with it.
We would like no, I need you. No, we would like to have you guys on. That's the next step here. We are going to steal this podcast. As I told Stephen, we're going to release the audio.
Yeah.
Ours. And then we're going to switch the narrative and then have you guys on, and then it'll be like a nice little switcheroo there. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we can talk about our dating life.
Right.
I haven't dated in a long time.
Yeah.
So
we're going to dive real deep on this making out stuff. And if you're not willing to make out with each other on our podcast, then I don't know if this is going to work out.
Well, here's the thing. When you ask someone to do something like that, it's not the same. It's like meeting a comedian and go, tell me a fucking joke, man. It's not the same thing.
No, that's the worst analogy ever. Absolutely not. It's exactly this. If you ask somebody to make out, make out and they do it. Oh, God. No.
I kissed him on the neck and you freaked out. You couldn't handle it if we made out.
Do not ruin this for us. You do it again and you like it. I'm ready.
Oh, I did like it. I did like it.
I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, it's great. Look, I'm telling you.
I love y'all's relationship.
That is so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
20 years from now,
you should hear some of the shit we say to each other. It's not very sweet.
No.
My kids even shit talk. I mean, my daughter and my daughter's 19, and the two of them shit talk each other all the time.
Yeah, she said I was like a fucking fat, creepy uncle.
That's right. Yeah, he was the fat, creepy uncle. Yeah,
yeah. Hold on.
My kids are all, I did have kids young.
What was there?
What's that? My son. Yeah, I would move the camera so you could see him, but it'll fuck up the angle. So hold on, he'll come
here, sit in Uncle Steven's lap.
So, look, that's my oldest. This is Gabe. He's my oldest. He's 24.
Like what?
Like, oh my God, it's a black guy.
No, wait, don't say that.
Excuse me, I don't know if you know, but there's a scary black man in your house.
That's so fucked up.
He broke into the basement earlier. We've just let him stay here.
I was thinking,
You know, 'cause Black Lives Matter and all.
I was thinking, with Dad's laugh.
Yeah, no, that's my oldest son, Gabe. Yeah. He was a video production major, so he's running our cameras. So tonight, moving forward, he's going to be doing that for us.
Which is why we started fucking 20 minutes.
It is why, because we had issues that we didn't know we were going to have. So
yeah. Oh, we'd like to hire him as well. Ask him if he works remotely.
Do you work remotely? He said absolutely.
Oh, Gabe.
Hold on, let me praise him for a minute. He did some work for Kanye a year or so ago. So he did some.
I mean, Kanye is a creepy motherfucker, but I mean, okay.
Doesn't matter. He pays.
Let's hear about this. Did anything weird happen? Is he a weird guy?
No, he worked remotely, but he did some editing for Kanye.
All I can say, though, if Kanye wanted me to do some weird stuff, I'd probably do some weird stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I voted for him. I mean, I didn't vote for anyone, but I would have.
God. We're not going to get started on politics. Her and I, we're not doing this.
Oh, why not?
Well, in case you didn't know, we are a political podcast. So
no,
because here's the thing: I am 100% politically apathetic. I give no shits about any of it. I don't fucking vote. I consciously haven't since I've been 18, 20 years.
All right, Steven, fine. I'll be the Joey. I'm the Joey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, before you say that, I need to know how you are.
But I do it. I mean, I was fucking military for 9 years. I'm a vet, so I goddamn earned the right not to fucking vote if I don't want to fucking vote.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because you were a vet. I know that, and most vets I know have a very, very, very different opinion on that.
I vote.
Yeah, and that's awesome.
Hold on just a second. Thank you for your service.
Okay, you're a veteran, Air Force, correct? If I remember. So, how do you feel about people saying thank you for your service to you? Honest. Yeah. It's funny. Most people I know that were veterans do not like it all. Now, it's a little different if it's from an obvious place of sincerity, right? It's less whatever. But for the most part, I'm like, just shut your fucking mouth. You don't really care.
Well, I feel like it comes from a place that everybody who's not in the know thinks that we're all infantry and we're all on the front line, and that the people that really should be getting the praise are the people that are like getting shot at. And I was in rare circumstances like that. So I feel like that should go to them. And when you thank me for my service, it's like, okay, I mean, I had to leave home for a year, and it was terrible. It was terrible. So, I mean, it's nice that they say that, but it makes me feel more awkward than it does anything else. And
what do you say when they say that to you? What is your response?
Say thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I always tell them I reply, thank you for your tax dollars, because, they paid my salary, but.
Okay. I mean, so when I was deployed, I spent all my money on shopping when I was there that I had made, and I got home to like tons of packages and no money left over. I was a child. Yes, it was the stupidest shit that I bought. But I was a kid. I didn't know. I wasn't, I was young when I went into Afghanistan. I was like 20.
Oh, so you went in like after high school type of shit, or shortly after?
19. No, I went to Mizzou for a little bit. I partied too hard. I did too many drugs. And then I decided, this was not court ordered, I decided that I needed to do something different. And so I signed up. And by the time I wanted to change my mind, I had already told too many people. And so I was like, well, I can't back out now because I've told too many of my friends and they didn't think I was going to do it. So I have to prove them wrong. And my mom said that she wasn't going to pay my car payment anymore if I didn't end up going.
Oh, God damn it. See, my oldest is 17. And so I've been trying to talk to him to go, and he's planning on it, but run into the Air Force. What?
Why?
Why not? If you have no idea what you're, hold on. If you have, other than, there's military, what's what I'm looking for? Environments, the how the lifestyle is, whatever. But at 17, he'll be 18. He has no idea what the fuck he wants to do whatsoever. In the Air Force, he's not going to get fucking shot at. if he'll learn a trade, as soon as he gets out, he's immediately employable, or he can go back to school. There is no downside to joining the Air Force.
Well, I'm going to argue that because we were shot up. It depends on what your job is.
Well, absolutely. As a whole, for the majority of the jobs in the Air Force, you're not going to get shot at. You're not a bullet sponge.
I don't agree with from like a boy perspective, I guess I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think that the military is an instant answer to a kid not knowing what they want to do.
No, but it's a good filler. It's a good filler.
It's a good filler. It looks good on a resume. So if
you're immediately employable, it's 4 years out of your life if you're 18 when you go into it. 21, you can get out and immediately have a job making between $40,000 and $60,000 a year with no college degree, with no other issues. Or you got the fucking GI Bill with the post 9/11 that they'll pay for your goddamn school. You get money per month.
And and he could give that off to somebody else if he wants. Yeah. I do. Okay, so I do agree with that. If they're responsible enough to actually use their time wisely and go to school while they're in, I think that's even more.
Well, the Air Force is the only branch of service that has any type of accreditation for their fucking rank, for their ranking up. I mean, you get college credit for whatever. It's fucking crazy. It's like, yeah, we'll just make our own college because we're the Air Force. That's basically what they did.
I am super grateful because not only has it helped my resume, I never went back to college, and I have a better paying job than most anybody I went to high school with. And it's it kind of took the place of a degree that I didn't get. So the credibility is there, but I also think it's great for like the home loan situation, which, like I never thought that far in the future, but when I got to that point, I was like, oh fuck, I don't have to put any money down. I can get, it's
huge. That's how I bought my house. I bought my first house fucking last year. And it's the VA loan's fucking fantastic. But outside of all that bullshit, like for me, I didn't go until I was 25. At that point, like I'd been in the ministry, like the whole church thing, all that shit fell apart. So I was the old guy in boot camp. Went through and it's all worked out because it's gotten me where I was now. But I was saying I wish I would have gone in when I was 18 because I wasted all my other fucking time in the goddamn Bible school. But outside of that, like it worked out. Like I never finished a degree. With 4 different bachelors, I'm like a semester to 3 semesters from finishing. And I never finished one, but I've managed to get to where I am simply because of my fucking time in military.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big like, hey guys, I'm a veteran unless it's going to get me something. Like I'm really fucking bitter and jaded about everything. But if it benefits me, I will, because I'm a selfish asshole. But as a whole, but I was a coastie too, so it's like the bastard child of the military. Yeah, we're the guys everybody shits on. It's fine.
Okay, no deployments.
Well, I mean, shorter than most. I mean, it's voluntary deployments to anything overseas.
Yeah, but what about you? Did you have a deployment?
I was on a boat and I was underway for not like the military or military, not like the Navy was or shit like that, but I did spend most of my time in isolated duty in Alaska.
You're right. So you did.
There's that.
Look, that sucks. That sucks too. And sometimes I think back, I do kind of underplay it sometimes. And then I think back and I'm like, you know what? Like this was really shitty. And I was in Afghanistan and we did get, I really downplay it. And when I start to, what did your friend say? You can make 60K on
whoa. No one said he's a friend.
I like Aaron. He's a dick, but I like
You can
Aaron.
like someone and them not be a friend.
Which describes our relationship perfectly.
You're right.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even know what he was saying.
It says you can make 60K on top of getting $1,600 a month going to college, a win-win situation.
I had some negatives coming out of it, and so if you think that I don't use I have disability from things that I went through, and I don't feel bad about it one fucking bit. So I mean,
Same. No, I got a bipolar diagnosis. Actually, I just decided to stay in long term, and I got medically discharged at 9 years. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
But now I get that sweet 70% disability check that covers my mortgage and everything else. Yeah.
That's big. How the fuck did you get 70? You didn't even go to a war zone.
Didn't have to. I didn't have to.
Because he's bipolar. Be sensitive. Jesus.
I know, right?
Yeah, please. I'm 40.
Bipolar doesn't have him. He has bipolar.
Did you get Did you get did you take the first disability percentage they gave you?
No, I fought it.
Okay.
Fought it. Yeah.
Most fighting you did while you're in.
I got
military,
50
right?
when I first got out, and then I appealed that shit, and I got.
That's pretty good. But the number, I should get something for the fire pit that was there because there's some real crazy shit coming out about the fire pits.
Yep. Well, but you can always tack on to it. You can always reapply if other shit comes up.
It's so hard to prove that stuff. It is so hard to go back and find documentation for that stuff. It takes somebody just not giving up and like really working hard to prove that. But the stuff that I did get was simple stuff that it was actually like wrong with me. Like don't really have hearing in one ear. So that was like one that that was like real. And then the PT,
10% though.
That was not a huge percentage. Yeah, it was like 10%.
Yeah. When you say fire pits, you're talking about like where you guys are burning the shit and all that stuff?
Burn pits, burn pits. So right on the base, not far at all from where I slept for almost a year, was that burn pit. And now they're coming out with all this crazy shit that can go wrong because they have these massive burn pits, if you don't know, that just all the trash, all the garbage, I don't know, like if it's bodies too, I don't know what it is. Everything gets dumped into a burn pit. So the air is just so heavily polluted that you're constantly breathing in. And there's a lot of issues that are now arising from.
No shit. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get lung cancer, and then I'm throwing in for mesothelioma on top of everything else because I was the stations I was in were built like in the 1940s, and there was goddamn asbestos everywhere. So when that happens, or if I just get lung cancer from smoking, I'm fucking throwing that shit in and getting my 100%. So, but right now the cool thing is if you get less than 100, there's no income cap for you. If you get 100, you can't make anything extra. So I'm happy with my 70 in there.
Wait, they say like you can't even have another job?
You can have another job, but I don't think you can make more than $20,000 a year after you're at 100%. Like it gets capped. Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
I'm helping a fellow veteran.
No, I get it. I'm really more interested in where we are with this phone call from John Smith.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's throwback.
Oh yeah, I was just looking. He hasn't responded.
What the fuck? Pick up the phone call. Hold
on. Have you guys exchanged the I love yous yet?
Ooh.
I know.
Okay, I didn't know.
Have you exchanged I really like you a lot?
I like you.
Uh-oh. You got to tell him he's on a podcast, by the way.
No, it's me.
He's going to think I'm crazy.
No, he's not. I'm the one calling.
I never called him.
Uh-oh. Hello. Don't say your name. It's Alyssa.
Tell him he's on a podcast.
You're on a live stream. So please give your consent. Say, yes, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, great.
Now tell him to call us.
Put him through the.
Oh my God.
John Smith, we are on we're on a podcast with the B3F guys, their podcast, and we're being interviewed by them. And we wanted to get you on the phone because you and Kristen are dating, and they have some questions.
Lay it on me.
Okay. All right.
I do have to give a slight little disclaimer here because I'm bouncing between houses right now with my friend who's changing. So if you hear some interruption in the background and some craziness, I apologize.
Can he call directly?
Lay it on me.
Oh, okay. Chris, can you do us a huge favor? Oh, fuck! Johnson!
I knew he did it at some point.
No! Shut up, Kristen! Right. There's no one. It's live. God damn it! All right. I need you.
Oh my God.
Just text him the number. Text him the number.
Yeah, text him the number.
Hold on, let me get my pods out because I'm at a friend's house and her mother's here. And
all right,
we'll talk to his mom too.
Look at the text and call the number, okay?
Like, hang up and do that?
Yep.
Am I allowed to use my real name or no?
Well,
yeah. Now.
Fuck!
I'm pretty sure the cat's out of the bag right now. So, right.
That's fine.
I'm gonna call it.
Call it. All right. Okay. Cool. Bye. All right.
Let that pussy hang.
Sorry.
If y'all ruin my relationship,
They're not gonna.
Y'all. It's not y'all. There's no y'all. We didn't say his name.
We're gonna answer any relationship questions you may have.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Flattered.
Between the two of us, we have all the answers.
Absolutely.
You should be flattered
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
to be
you
included.
guys.
Oh my god, I love this for you.
I'm gonna tell him you've been hitting on Joey the entire night.
Oh my God, that's great.
I don't want a shot. Thank you. I think I might puke.
Then you probably want that shot.
Yeah, you should take the shot.
Are you crying? If you cry, that's the only thing that makes this better.
What happens when he calls?
We're going to ask some questions.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god. He doesn't know about the ass eating, okay? Or
Don't say anything about the ass
don't
eating.
say anything about
Oh,
that.
what's that? I can't hear you very well.
You guys are breaking up.
Oh, here we go.
He's calling.
From
John Smith.
to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yes, is this John Smith?
Oh, shit. This is Smith.
Hi, John. This is Joey and Steven.
How you doing, brother?
And
What's going on, Stephen and Joe?
We're here.
We're B3F Podcast, and we're interviewing Alyssa and Kristen tonight. And we've been listening to their podcast, so we know that there's a dating relationship going on between you and Kristen.
Oh my god.
And we
Absolutely.
wanted to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because I'll just go ahead and say that Kristen has said nothing but wonderful things. Alyssa, on the other hand, has talked so much shit.
yeah, she can hear you. They can both hear you right now.
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
She's great against Cards Against Humanity. I tell you what, that one's the champion.
Oh yeah. Oh, when he came over, we had an intense game of Cards Against Humanity.
Guess who
Right.
won?
Oh, shut the
I've never heard so many foul language words in my life.
Well, hold on to your seat. So
I'm
how?
gonna buckle up.
Yeah. So how long have you and Kristen been dating?
Oh my god.
Hey, Kristen.
This is starting out great. This is great.
I would probably say about 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Okay. So it's still young.
Oh,
All right.
Approximately.
Is that accurate?
No.
that's
Yeah. 4 weeks.
Plus
Okay.
or minus 4 days.
And you're in your late 20s, correct?
Hey, no need to put me on blast like that.
No,
but,
I'm not blasting you. I'm just
confirm
want to make sure.
Look, yeah, I can confirm that. But I'm a hot little thing.
Okay.
You sound like a hot little thing.
You
like
do.
just going by your voice, I would definitely hit that.
You sound like you're probably in some form of contractor or construction field.
Oh shit, Kristen, what have you said?
No, she hasn't said anything about that.
anything like that. No, I
No,
haven't
you'd
told
be right. No, you
No,
hit the
she
nail on
hasn't
the
said
head.
anything like that. I'm just going strictly on knowing that she's in the real estate field and knowing that you are somewhat in that, and then going by your voice.
Well, I was going by his voice to think that if I was watching a fucking porn and that voice walked in the room and was like, "Hey, I'm here to lay some wood. I'm here to put up some wood."
I'm not watching it anymore because I'm done.
I'm actually a plumber. Are you trying to get your pipe fixed or what?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we are. Fuck yeah. Get in line, Kristen. Jesus.
Jeez.
So what we wanted to
I
know.
actually can't take on any more business. The business is booming.
Damn right it
No, I'm
is.
just kidding. Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
No, so
What's the
we
Well, that was the plan to begin with.
that's right. We were interested in finding out from you because between Steven and I, we've been married 4 times between the two of us.
3 are
for a
mine.
long 3 are yours.
I am awesome at relationships.
and between the two of us, we have collectively over 40 years of marriage. And we wanted to know if you needed any advice.
Advice in the marriage department?
Not in the marriage department. I'm just talking about in general in relationships.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. What do you need? Ask away, man. We'll answer whatever you want.
Well, you know, it's not necessarily something that I've been sleeping on every day, and I was waiting for the chance to be on a podcast to be, you know, presented with all my questions and everything.
Absolutely.
So, I'm definitely going to admit to the fact that I don't have all the answers to everything. I'm not necessarily a professional in this realm, and on those premises, I know for a fact I could use some advice.
Okay.
But on the flip side, I wouldn't know where to begin to start receiving the correct answers.
Well, I have a question for him.
Go ahead.
This is Alyssa. I know where we can begin.
Well, hold on. Let's even ask his question.
I have a question first, and then we'll Alyssa go because we're the hosts.
Everybody's got a lot of questions. I know. I got questions. I got answers for everybody. Time out, guys.
Right.
Lay it on me.
So my first question is, where's the clitoris?
The what?
The clitoris.
Oh, great.
What is that?
That's what I want to know.
Oh my God.
I thought it was a country in Greece.
He's good. No, he's good in that department, she said. Here's where we need to start.
Oh, that's more information than we've got all night. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute, Mr. Smith. Congratulations. We were just informed that you're good in that department.
Thumping that bass.
That's right. Slap the bass, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is so good. Right, so
let's move into.
You're right. You are learning great things because I'll say there's been nothing but let me say, in all honesty, there's been nothing but good things said about you tonight, but not a lot has been said about you tonight. But we needed to speak to you.
I just had an idea.
Lay it on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he may not be available depending on what he's doing. I can send him a link. And
he could call in and like be live on the video and everything. On video and everything. Well, that's up to him.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's busy.
I love that, but
right now.
Well, there's a certain level of things that
I got you.
People know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Mr. Smith. Have you listened to Kristen's podcast yet?
I have not, and I've been meaning to, but it feels a little bit weird doing that without talking about doing that. So I'm just been letting things play out and letting. I don't want there to be any censorship between what's said on the podcast and a tune in, if that makes sense.
That was a well-worded answer.
That is just very diplomatic of you. Good job.
Good job. On any episodes, and I actually would love to, but I unfortunately have not been a listener yet.
Okay. That is actually a very goddamn good answer.
That's a very good answer. Yes. That's a very good answer. So
where do you see things going long term?
I wish you could see Kristen right now. She's got her head in her hands and Alyssa's laughing her ass off.
Hey Kristen, I'm gonna FaceTime you real quick.
He said FaceTime him real quick.
Yeah, FaceTime him real quick.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
He's just kidding.
No. You see me in my overalls right now.
John,
yeah.
No, this Kristen is not she's not the conductor of this. She's totally above.
Hold on. Let Kristen read this comment.
Okay.
Oh my God. Kristen, read it. There's a comment that came in from a listener, John.
I am not reading that.
All right, I'll read it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the listener says, this guy is a fucking keeper, regardless of ass-eating status. So this guy's referring to...
Did we talk about my ass-eating status?
No. She did not talk about your ass-eating status. But now that you mention it, I'd like to know what your ass-eating status is.
Why don't we dive into the butt cheek slapping?
Oh, why don't we? Why don't we dive into the butt cheek slapping?
Everybody just shut up and you leave the fucking questions to me, okay?
Okay.
Let's just move it on to the expert here.
So Alyssa wants to ask questions.
Okay, Alyssa, please.
All right,
by all means.
John, the only thing that we're going to dive into is communication.
1 second.
Oh, he said 1 second.
I love that. Hold on, I got to take you off my pods. 1 sec.
Okay.
Office pod. That's fucking strike one.
Yeah.
We're going straight speakerphone. 1 second.
Okay.
I need a solo episode with just John Chris on here.
Hey, John, would you come back on as a guest? Just you?
Excuse me. No.
Are we
Our permission.
I'm sure he would love that.
John, real quick, since you have back, before we give Alyssa the reins here to ask you questions. So, will you come on as our guest by yourself as a podcast guest?
Absolutely.
Fuck yes.
Fucking right. All right. Send us an email, man.
Or or text to this.
Yeah,
message.
or text. The number you just called, just send us a text message and we'll get in touch with you.
All right, Alyssa.
I'm going to share some commissions that are going to come from this. I'll tell you
Chris knows
that.
this. I'm missing 20% of my fingers right now. I need y'all to text me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
That's interesting.
Fingers open with a mandala or whatever it's called.
So, did you lose that 20% of your fingers?
Slicer accidents going on right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Because one time I lost 2 fingers in Joey.
Yeah.
I got him back.
That's true. That's true.
Lucky, well, I didn't get mine back from my vegetable slicer, so
I'm sorry to hear.
All
That's
right.
what
So, John Smith.
I used to be a pastor, so I can pray for you.
That's right.
Please do.
All right. Sorry, Alyssa. Go ahead.
This is a job for us. So I hope that you accept, Kristen, after this is finished. This is a big part of our lives. But let's get into communication.
Yeah, I love this part. They hit me with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm excited about this part.
He's excited. All right.
All right. Let's talk about communication and how often we think that we should be communicating and checking our phone and checking our text messages.
Yeah.
After him, I can answer that goddamn question.
Yeah, let's hear your answer, Stephen. How often do you text your wife back?
I will text my wife back anytime she texts me because she is my wife and I love her. Outside of that, in a dating relationship, you fucking text back when you feel like fucking texting back. There's no obligation until the I love yous have been exchanged.
Interesting.
All right, but here's what I want to know, because I don't think John Smith is doing it personally. I don't think he's doing it purposely. I think he's not the type of guy to be on his phone nonstop. Is that accurate, John Smith?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. I got a lot of things to follow up with. But the person that we're speaking about right now is at the top of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or on the bottom of things.
Doing those things.
I do believe that he's just straight up not the type of guy to constantly be checking something like that. So that gives him a little bit of points back. I just wanted to know what his take was on the foundation of communication. So, John, if you could just give us the real foundation on your communication tactic, that'd be nice. I'm not gonna
have foundation on my communication. Is that appropriate? What did I hear?
Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut in. She just said, what are your foundational beliefs on returning texts or communication and being in contact? Right. Before you answer though, I will say he sounds like he's a hardworking motherfucker, which is a one-up on top of most people in the world.
That's right.
That gives me leeway there. But go ahead.
I really appreciate that, but I can't take all of that credit. I am genuinely focused on blowing 2021 out the fucking roof. That has been my goal since forever. And Kristen's here, and I fucking love it. I haven't made the transition very well. And I recognize that. I am recognizing that. But I haven't done a good part at recognizing that. If that makes sense.
Oh my God. That makes me so happy. And let me just tell you that none of this is coming from Kristen. This is coming from me. She's cringing at what I'm saying. She's going to yell at me and I know to get off.
Super red.
I'm picturing exactly what she's looking like right now, and I'm picturing a lot of clenched fists right now, and white knuckles.
and
you're
red
good.
face.
You're good, man. You're good. So
here's what you should know, though. Okay, that she obviously cares. Okay, and that's why this is even any topic of discussion. Okay, it's not as much of an issue to her as it is to me and Steven. But we all want to see this work out. We really, really, really like you, and I know that you're a hard worker.
You said John Smith?
Yeah, John Smith.
Okay,
That's you. I mean, I already fucked it up.
Gosh, damn it.
I like this guy.
I do too.
He's a good guy.
I have a sister the same age as Kristen. I like this guy.
Say hi. Kristen's gonna talk to you. Kristen's here.
Hold on. Kristen, are you crying or are you just embarrassed, like tears?
No, I'm laughing so hard that I'm crying.
Okay, I got you. Now,
go ahead. Well, go ahead.
No, you say, because I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, regardless of all this stuff, Alyssa likes you, but she's very skeptical of the relationship.
She's
Plus,
protective.
I think she wants the story too,
For
whatever.
sure.
But I can tell you right now that Kristen genuinely likes the shit out of you.
Sure, and I've listened to the podcast, so I know how she feels about it and what they say. But I'm way more interested in what you said earlier. No, go ahead. What
are the good things that are said about me? Hopefully.
Yes.
Mostly.
Yes. There's good things they said about you. Stephen hasn't really listened.
You should listen and find out.
They've said good stuff. You should listen.
I think this weekend I'm going to tune in and figure out what things are said.
Absolutely. You should. Now, all of that being said, you brought up something earlier that was quite intriguing. And it's something about butt slapping or something like that. Now that Alyssa have asked all of her questions,
I just want to know if it's her ass being slapped or if it's his own.
And that's what I want to know. What whose butt cheeks are being slapped?
With that voice, I'd slap that ass
fucking all night long
with my hips.
Preferably, I'm the one doing the slapping. But if anybody needs some like motivational encouragement, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure they're up and at it. If they need a little bit ass slapping or me slapping ass or my own ass slapping, look, I'll slap whatever as long as we're up and perky and spunky in the morning and getting after it and tackling our goals and getting the spread.
Yes,
all right, so I need to know, Mr. Smith. Do you butt? So, hold on a minute, Kristen.
Yes.
He said preferably he's the one doing the slapping. Care to elaborate?
Slapping any asses, are you?
Kristen, care to elaborate?
You guys, I'm not the one that likes to talk about this and like with other people.
Yeah, I think we're past that now.
You need to tell me right now.
I think that we may be seeing the demise of the Stix and Stones podcast. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, this would not pull us apart. No, this won't pull us apart.
No, the only ass I'm slapping is John Smith.
No, sure, that's fine. But I'm just saying. Hey, there you go, buddy. There you go.
So that's the best answer I've gotten today.
There you go.
I just want you to be nice to my friend and like be there for her, slap that ass, and
Did your friend tell you about the laptop thing that I had to grab the other day?
No.
When I wished her happy birthday?
No, please do.
Go ahead, please tell us. She hasn't told us yet.
Oh, Kristen, you didn't tell him about the happy birthday surprise?
Oh.
Her birthday was back in November.
No, that's part of it. Why don't you tell them from your perspective?
All right, John Smith,
Please
tell him.
Which, by the way, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is wonderful.
Oh no, I love surprises.
Surprise, she's got a
brisket in the smoker. I got 4 racks of ribs, 3 tenderloins going, and we're going from a house to another house. And we're just trying to get things in line right now. We just finished up some golf. Well, we didn't just finish up some golfing, but I'm still golfing the tire. I got overalls on.
We know.
It's a great day.
I can picture
Wait,
this, and
you
it's
know.
fucking sexy as shit.
Carhartt.
Overall,
Oh yeah.
This is Texas.
oh, this isn't anonymous anymore. My influencer status is jeopardized.
Your influencer sense.
He never did answer me about how he feels about things long term right now.
Right. How do you feel about things long
I
term?
love long term. I only have long term initiatives.
That is the goddamn right answer, sir.
You're right.
I don't
Yes.
see what the point of a short term objective is. I mean, that's just we're spinning each other's wheels just to spin wheels. And at the end of the day, what are we gonna do? Just high five and clap ass and move on? I don't like short term.
So whether he means that or not, that just guaranteed him unlimited ass for at least 4 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I love unlimited ass for 4 weeks.
Just like he loves the long term.
So John Smith, if we may call you that.
You may.
Do you have kids?
I do not.
Okay. Have you ever been married before?
At least never.
At least never.
Have you ever gotten arrested for jerking off in or around a school?
Wait. That was okay. The answer
I
is
didn't.
no,
I
but
didn't. Goddamn
where
stutter.
did that come from? That was a no, but that was the most left field. Like we're going like on this normal casual.
It's an
up in school. No,
it's an important question that I don't think has really been asked before.
What if Kristen had been
and that's why I was caught off guard. Is because it is an important question, and I've never been asked that in my life.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
We have a question from a
listener.
From a listener. So go ahead. One of you guys can read that if you want.
Oh.
Okay, Kristen, you read it. You read it.
At what point should both parties agree to delete their Tinder account, asking for a friend?
Jenny, you are a goddess. Oh my God. Coming in with the hot, amazing questions. We love her. Let's answer that, John Smith. At what point should both parties agree to delete their Tinder accounts?
I don't know. You want me to just live record deleting mine right now?
Okay. Do you still actively get on?
He still actively gets off.
What was the question?
Do you still actively get on is what Alyssa asked. Do you still actively get on?
Not.
You do not.
No, I don't.
When's the last time?
Hold on. So
I was like, this is inappropriate, maybe?
Okay, so the question was specifically is at what point do both parties delete their Tinder account?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a really good question.
It's a great question.
So what's the answer?
I don't really have an answer for that, but I've never really been asked to have an answer for that. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm not the person with the answer, obviously, but I'm not somebody that's afraid to take initiative for that question.
Okay. Are you still on, John Smith?
Am I on like my account's not deleted, or am I on like I'm actively using it?
Are you actively looking on Tinder?
I am not actively looking on Tinder.
Nice.
Is somebody else actively looking on
Hold
Tinder?
on a minute. Kristen, when's the last time you were on Tinder?
Actively.
When's the last time you were on Tinder?
I can't even remember. I don't know. I guess when I saw him on Tinder.
No, she's not.
So you guys met on Tinder?
No. They knew each other prior to that. And I can tell you that when she saw him on there, she was like, this is so funny. I saw this guy on there. And, I really have this, thing for him. And as soon, can I say this? I'm just going to say it.
Well, you're already going. So let's do this shit.
Too late. So as soon as she saw him, this was the one she was most actively interested in. So it was not even a question. It was I'm done with this. This is, if I'm interested in somebody and I'm going to put my time into this, this is what I'm putting my time into. I'm no longer putting my time into anything else. This is important enough where Tinder has a question.
Was that the answer you're looking for?
That was a good answer.
Thank you.
My spokesperson over here.
I'm her publicist.
So I'm by no means asking for any type of confession, profession.
Sure.
This is all private shit. But on a scale,
No, it's not.
On a scale.
Wait, did you say private on live?
No, it's not private. He's trying to be nice.
No, I'm being private because I recognize that this is live and not private, and this is probably something to be discussed in private. But so I'm going to ask a very vague question. On a scale from passively like to madly in love, where do you fall on that scale, good sir? I'm not asking for an I love you. I'm just saying in general, is it more towards the love side, or is it more towards the meh side, or is it right in the middle?
Yeah. Because clearly it's not a hit and quit it.
Clearly. Wait. What have you said?
Look, she hasn't said anything.
She hasn't said anything. She has said very little about it.
We haven't asked her yet.
This is one of those things that we knew that she had been seeing someone that
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you.
Stop. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm going to interrupt you because I want him to know that Kristen has not answered this yet. So this is not something that we're comparing. She's not answered. You guys are putting him.
Hold on. That's why I was about to say we've been grilling John here. We should ask Kristen first.
That's true. We've not asked Kristen anything. Kristen, on a scale of I just need that dick to I really really love you, where does this fall?
Is this like a number scale?
1 to 10
on that platform?
No, you don't have to give a number scale. You can say a low, medium, or high.
Yeah,
or medium, high, medium, low, medium, high, medium.
It could be their super potential to
you can even say
father the next child, or it could be. I'll continue hitting it.
John Smith is a numbers guy, so I'm gonna do a scale.
There you go. Nothing wrong with numbers, guys.
Yep.
I'm about a 4-inch guy myself.
Lucky.
I like John too. Yeah. The only thing that made it better piece.
We're not talking about that, but I will say from what I've heard that she's very happy with that. Okay, let's just go into what she's. Let's go into.
Go ahead.
Come on,
Kristen.
Like, can I do a range?
Yeah,
whatever you want, baby.
6.5 to 7 3/4.
That's an interesting range.
That's a good number.
That's a good number. 6.5 to 7 3/4. Mr. Smith, where are you?
Wait, what was that question?
On a scale from hit it and quit it to I'm madly in love with this person, she put you on 6.5 to 7 3/4,
which is on the high end.
Oh, okay. It is on the high end. That's a good thing for 4 weeks in.
Great. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my son is 24 years old, and he's shaking his head as in that's a good scale. That's a good place to be.
Yeah, me and your son have only had sex once, and I'm like at a 9 with him.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Calm it down.
Don't worry. He's an adult. He can consent.
I think I'm loving the son more than you guys, actually.
I doubt it. That's fine.
I'm loving him.
He's for hire.
He's a hot little thing.
He's a hot. Wow. Gabe, a 32-year-old just said you're a hot little thing. I'm assuming you're 32, right? Alyssa.
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm 32.
She's 32. Just said you're a hot little thing.
Me too.
Said, that's very appreciated. Thank you.
Okay.
His girlfriend said, bitch, I'll be in Texas tomorrow. Oh God! All right, so
John
Smith, where are you at on a scale from?
I'm just I'm digesting on the answer that was given.
No, I got you.
I think that's a quite accurate answer. I mean, I'm kind of just reflecting on the conversation that was going on just recently, but while that was going on, I'm kind of just sitting on what was given, and apparently just recently I gave a response to Kristen, not a response, more an answer that I didn't know that I didn't give an answer to previously, and she called me out on it the other day, and I thought it was just a given, but I Obviously, nothing's a given until it's said. So I more or less wrongfully assumed. So I told her I liked her. And apparently that was the first I've ever said it, but I thought she knew it.
Yeah.
That was a smart answer, but a goddamn vague one.
Yeah, right. So let me just say this for a second.
Was it?
Yeah, no. Very good answer. Very good answer, Mr. Smith.
Let Kristen talk. Let Kristen talk.
I welcome his personality and whatever he has to offer. So however that is formed is fine with me, and like I'm okay with it. So
yeah,
it was a less calculated answer, but so no, I want to tell you, wow, Alyssa's just putting down the shots tonight.
I feel like that we're holding John on for longer.
We are,
and
I want to say one more thing, and then we'll let John go. Kristen, I don't know John more than this conversation and what you guys have said on your podcast. John, you should definitely listen. This guy's good stuff. Like this, he's good. As the young kids used to say, he's good people.
He is.
Let me say this: he's a good talker.
He's definitely a good talker.
He might murder babies, but he's a very good talker.
Yes,
he's a professional podcaster.
There you go.
But you swear to fucking God that you will come on this podcast as a guest.
Absolutely. Actually, this is my first time ever in a podcast experience.
Oh, there you go.
It'll be even better live. Well, I promise.
Just send us a text message sometime.
Wait, live?
It is very live right now. Yes. There's all of 3 people watching. So no, it's fine.
You are such a wonderful woman who has a huge audience that's watching her and rooting for her dating life.
So this number that you called, we'll let you go, but this number that you called, send us a text message this week saying what your dates over the next month or so are available, and we'll get back to you with a time that you can come on.
If you want
and we can absolutely, the 3 of us, just sit here and just talk mad shit about Kristen.
I think we just mad shit about Alyssa.
Oh, sure. I'm saying both of them. Like we can just talk crazy shit. Yeah. But I definitely need to know about this whole butt cheek thing that you're talking about because it's very vague. Whose butt cheeks are slapping, and I'm really more interested in if it's yours or not. Because if it's yours, then I want to know.
Just remember when you come on, we're listening. Okay.
To a lot of things, but I'm not the person to reach out on things. So I'm going to need your help on this and pursue me on reaching out to this show thing.
All right. That's fine. So, this is Joey, and I will
definitely want to come on the show.
Okay. But, that's fine. This is Joey.
I'm also in an alcohol situation.
That's fine.
That's the best place to be.
That's the best place to be because we drink while we're on. So we just need you to be at home.
Oh my God.
We just need you to be at home with a camera available, and then we will be good to go. So this is Joey, and I will take.
Buy a green screen.
That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
You can get by a green screen and have dicks on you.
You can buy a blue screen. I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But this is Joey, and I will text you at some point this week to get some dates from you, and then we'll see if we can set this up.
Oh, line it up.
Thanks for calling, dude.
Have a great night, Mr. Smith.
Thanks, Dan Smith.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, Kristen.
Oh, he didn't say bye to anyone else except Kristen. See, he is gone now. He can't.
All right. So Kristen, after that call, how do you feel right now?
You guys, I probably stink so bad I'm sweating bullets.
All right. But that's not what I asked. How do you feel about that conversation?
I actually feel really good about it.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to really I don't know. I'm okay with confrontation. I'm cool with that. But it's so early in the relationship. I feel like a lot of those questions were I've been waiting to ask. So I guess thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But I hope it doesn't ruin anything either. I'm kind of nervous.
Well, see, our entire goal was to move you past finger banging in the back of your parents' fucking station wagon to going on an actual date at Applebee's. So that was the goal.
I think it helped. I for sure think it helped. Everything about it was like glamorized, right? So it's like I think that it couldn't have done anything but help. No, it could have hurt me. I feel like if anybody gets hurt, it's definitely my relationship with John Smith. Also, I've already given out his name, so I'm not sure if John Smith is even worth saying anymore. But let's see what Jenny said, because I'm really enjoying.
Jenny says it sounds like they are in the enjoying stage. You know, the stage where you aren't just fucking, but you enjoy each other.
Yes, but I think that's absolutely true.
I think they're a step past that.
I think they're a little bit past that, but I think she's absolutely right. They are in that in between stage where it's like, okay, we just started doing this and we're still figuring each other out, and we're figuring out like, okay, how much do you text? And that's what bothers me the most. Like, obviously I'm not there to watch the penetration, right? So,
there would be issues if you were. We would have different questions for you.
I would love to be.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
My God,
that's interesting.
Die.
You guys may have a closer relationship than we do, because I don't want to be there to see.
Oh my God.
No. You answered the phone one time while you were fucking Kristen.
No, I did not.
You absolutely did.
I don't remember.
You told me.
I don't remember that.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, guys.
My dream, to watch penetration, like anybody, like love it so much. Okay, but
that's news to me.
I feel like
I really fucking like porn, guys.
I'm really happy with some of his responses.
Yeah.
I was skeptical because without this type of environment, I don't know if I would have been able to ask him the questions that I wanted to ask about the communication. So I'm really happy with that. It sounds like he's really like in the know about the things that he's not doing right. And I'm just really happy with it.
Sure. So I can tell you, and like, I'm terrible in my own universe relationships, but I'm goddamn good at reading people.
Yeah.
And I can tell you where the fuck you both are right now. If you want to know.
Yeah, please.
Let's hear it.
So neither one of you guys are ready to throw down the fucking L word, but you're both feeling it, at least cautiously, and are very excited about where it's probably going.
I can agree with that, at least from my point of view. I mean,
it fuck exactly. And I can tell you he's the same way. Although he might just be really fucking smart.
He may be. He is. It's very good. This is way too much for me. I hate relationships. Hashtag fet life. I don't know what fet life means. Is that fetish life? I don't know what that means.
No, but that is my, based on his conversation and yours. If he's being 100% honest,
Jenny,
and you're being honest.
Hold on. We really like your questions. We don't want you to turn on us. Come on.
It's part of it.
It wasn't turn on you. She was just saying it was too much. She doesn't want to talk about
she just hates relationships, so I don't know, she's probably jealous.
But anyway, so that's my read in, is if he's being perfectly honest and you're being perfectly honest, you're beyond the like you're both feeling the fucking love thing, but you're both very cautious and not wanting to actually fucking say it, at least not to be the first one to do so. That's my prediction.
I think it's way too soon for that. And I'm not putting like a time frame on it, but it's definitely not time yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Imagine that. Okay, but you would follow suit with somebody who was more on board. You're following his lead on that because he's being a little slow on the communication. Let's not pretend like
your own person. Don't let any man lead you.
I'm gonna pick my own battles, and if his worst quality is communication, we can work with that.
I don't feel like his worst problem is communication.
No, I don't think
I
so
feel
either.
like his problem is caution.
And I would rather him be cautious.
Yeah. And I'm not saying he's been hurt before. I'm just saying.
You don't care about John Smith's hurt.
No. My point being is, as soon as you throw the fucking L word down, there's some fucking serious shit that comes along with
repercussions
that, especially with a kid in the mix.
Yeah,
and that's not a negative thing. That's just a fucking.
That too. Yeah, there's a lot of working parts with our relationship, and a lot of things that I can't mention on here. So there's a lot of things happening.
That's okay, but we can't say that he is wonderful with
100%.
Kristen's son. Yeah. Wonderful for not being around any kids or anything like that. He is absolutely fantastic with that.
That's right.
Now, when you're getting, you don't know, is that an act? Like somebody's just trying to like get in there, it's easy.
I don't feel that's the case.
I don't feel, after you guys have talked to him, honestly, you probably have just as much of an idea as I do of him coming over.
We have more of an idea.
Yeah.
No.
No, we fucking do.
We
Don't
do,
even
because we're
goddamn
guys,
pull
so
that
we
shit.
can kind of understand. And I'll say this, like, because I have a daughter, and Kristen, you're closer to my daughter's age than you are to my age. And I'll say, if I heard, and that's not a joke, that's true. If I heard a guy saying those things, yeah, some of it would rub me the wrong way, just because you don't want to hear that shit about your daughter or whatever. But I would not have an issue with this guy. He seems genuine. Everything I heard seems genuine.
Very much so. I agree with you.
And I'm not gonna lie, he had a goddamn sexy voice. He did. He absolutely did.
Now here's the test.
Yes.
Do you start to hold back when you guys record, or do you not? Since he may, you don't. Absolutely. You need to act like he's not listening, even though he's going to be.
I have nothing to hide.
Sure.
We don't do that unless it's about work. There is no holding back. There is no holding back unless it has to do with a company name. Yeah. That's the only time that there's any sort of holdback.
Yeah, we're the same way. We don't talk about work. Less for me, because I can fucking drink at work now.
Yeah,
my company's super fucking awesome. So,
no, and I work for a big international company that I can't talk about that shit. So
yeah.
All right. So closing thoughts. Do you guys have anything you want to plug or get out there, or why should people listen to you, or anything like that?
I don't know at this point.
I would really like Jenny. I'm really loving Jenny. I would really like Jenny to be our longtime listener. So if you're still listening, Jenny, please follow us. Stix and Stones Pod at on Instagram. If you want to email us any hate mail, stixandstonesPod@gmail.com, but mostly we focus on Instagram. So please follow us on there. Follow us on all Instagram, or no, not Instagram. Oh God, I'm drunk. Okay. iTunes.
I called that. I think I called that.
If we get Jenny out of it, I don't fucking care about anybody else. Just Jenny,
this
please.
This is what I have to deal with, you guys.
I'm
no, because we couldn't understand a fucking word she just said because she was yelling into the microphone.
Sorry, I'm like so ready.
Thank you guys for having us on. This was really
fun.
fun.
No, thank you.
No, thank you guys for coming on.
Fun.
We had a good time. Thanks for, and I'm not even lying. We will fucking have Mr. John Smith on, and it's going to be fucking glorious.
Yes, I've got his number now.
I can't wait for that. He's seriously a blast, and he's so sarcastic and just like y'all's kind of humor. So I can't wait to listen.
No, I'm going to go ahead and say though, if you don't get an "I love you" from him between now and then, you'll find out on that goddamn episode. I'll tell you that right fucking now.
And I love you from Jenny with a G. That's all.
Hold on. She just
I'll bring the wine.
When you said you wanted to listen, she said this.
I'll bring the wine. Jenny with a G. Yes, I fucking love her. Okay.
Jenny,
so bye, everybody. Follow us on Stix and Stones Pod everywhere that you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, Jenny, reach out to them on Instagram. Find out what wine they like. Send them something good.
Well, thank you guys for being on. We appreciate it. Hang out for just a second when we end the broadcast, and y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at B3F Podcast and on Instagram at B3F_podcast. Send us your questions or comments to bfff.podcast@gmail.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen to the show. And as always, thanks for listening.